All right, race fans, welcome. We're live here from Kentucky. No, it's not the Kentucky Derby, but we do have a lot of horsepower on the track tonight here. And these boys under the lights here at Kentucky Speedway are about to put it to the win here for the Sim500 Monday Night Money Series presented by Transervice. It'll be a very good race. As always, I'm Joe White up here in the booth for OSRN Network, accompanied by old Don Ruckle. Don, how you doing, man?
Doing pretty good, Joe. How you doing tonight?
Man, doing awesome. And Kentucky, man, I know we were talking about this just a minute ago. Man, I love this place. It was one of the first wins I had in iRacing. I just, for some reason, like this track. But I'm going to tell you what, it can be very aggressive, like we were talking, on tires and tire management and on the way you drive after a while.
Yeah, this is a really fun track. It's really a driver's track, man. It's just the corners. If you overdrive them, especially 2 and 4, you can really get yourself into trouble. And like you were just saying, and actually like we were saying before we even went on the air, tire management is going to be really big here if we get long runs, because you can easily eat up some tires at this place.
Absolutely. And you know, and you, the opt word that you mentioned right there, long runs. We've got to get the long runs in. If we get those long runs, guys that actually manage the tire wear are really going to pay dividends to them. Now, on the flip side of that, always flip the coin. If we get a lot of cautions, well, you can be aggressive here, and it will pay off. But it's almost like playing the lottery. You just never know how long that green flag run's going to go. Me personally, I'm going to play the long run, you know, and do it that way.
Yeah, just watching some of these guys in practice and the way a lot of these guys were racing around each other and everything. I would bet on the long runs, just like you were saying. You can be aggressive here early. You know, you can really drive the heck out of your car on those first those fresh tires in those first 10 laps. But you know, if you do that, you're going to be paying for it later on. If a yellow comes out, then maybe you're good and you gain some spots. But if it doesn't come out, then at the end of that run, you might be paying for that and lose a bunch of spots. So it is a gamble, but I think the long run is the way to go.
Yeah, and absolutely. I tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see. Well, good field of drivers out here tonight. So far, showing 38 drivers out here, folks. That is a massive field for this place here tonight. Just give you a little info of the track and all here. Obviously, we're at Kentucky Motor Speedway here tonight. 4 turns, you know, they didn't leave out any of those. That's a 1.5 mile track. It said a little bit less, but hey, pretty much dictated as about a 1.5 mile track out here. And I don't know if the weather part's right. Always kind of weird how it shows up on my end, but it shows 78 and 78, but it could be a little different. Either way, cool temperatures for the nighttime here.
Yeah, cool temperatures is going to mean that they're going to have some grip here at the beginning. Well, I mean, night races are always really fun, though. It's just, God, this place is going to be really good with the night race, so.
Oh, yeah, and I think we're going to see some very close racing, too. When I was watching practice out there, I mean, them guys looked like they were just on top of each other. And now, obviously, green flag pit stops will separate them a little bit. But, man, you know, Don, I know you race out here. I haven't raced in a while. I love Kentucky, but, you know, just like what me and you was just talking about a minute ago, and I was telling you how I used to run Kentucky. Obviously, it hasn't changed that much because you talked to a lot of the drivers before, and you were like, well, darn, Joe, that's basically the same thing they were saying. So, obviously, this track hasn't changed a lot on how you still run it.
No, I was talking to a few drivers before we went on air, and, you know, they were basically saying the same thing that me and you were talking about. The turns 2 and 4 are going to be a handful. That's where a lot of the action is going to be. That's where you're going to see guys maybe mess up, maybe get loose, drive it in a little bit too hard, or drive it out too hard. Because what they'll do is they'll tend to get on the gas and think that they got the grip, and the car will just come around and you won't even know what happened. So you have to worry about that, and a lot of guys have to save tires. That's going to be a big thing. Key tonight is going to be to save tires. You
know, coming out of turn 2 here, you know, it kind of reminds you of a Texas. Texas sometimes, if you come out of that turn 2 aggressive, boy, it'll snap out and loose and whatnot. But if you come out of it just wrong, it'll push you right up into that wall.
Yeah, at the corner, it's really important to stay into that groove. You can really gain a lot of momentum out of turn 2 to carry you down the straightaway. But then again, like you said, if you come out of the corner with too much momentum, it'll push you up into the wall. And if you get on the gas just a little bit too much, maybe even early on in the run too low, the car will be a little loose. So you got to watch out for guys maybe spinning out in turn 2 or turn 4, going into that inside wall. So we'll have to see if that happens tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Want to appreciate everybody out there tonight. Here we're live here on OSR Network on YouTube, Twitch, and iRacing Live. Want to appreciate those guys, man, throwing us up there for them and letting you see all this action here for the Sim500 Monday Night Money Series presented by Transervice. And I think it's going to be a good one here in Kentucky. And like I've always said, no, we're not Kentucky Derby. We definitely got a lot of horsepower sitting on this track tonight. 38 drivers here. And I've said it week in and week out here, Don. Well, these are some of the best that I know of on iRacing. I know some better ones, you know, but I also know some worser. But I'm going to tell you, these guys out here, there's a stacked field of talent.
Well, not only that, but we got a few new names tonight that, you know, some people might not be too familiar with. You know, a couple guys. John Long is out here tonight. I know him from a couple other leagues, and he's got a lot of talent. He's a young kid that's definitely somebody to watch out for in this league. You got Stephen Tyler. He's in the 46. He's actually his teammate. They're actually Dizzy Motorsports with Nick Cohan, so they're all teammates right there. So, you know, you got to watch out for those guys, man. Dizzy Motorsports might be a team to look out for this second part of the season here. And I think I'm trying to look at the other name we had. We had one more name. I can't remember who it was. Travis, that's right. Travis McQuistion. He's another new driver out here tonight. I believe he was having computer issues last week. He was trying to start last week, and he didn't quite make it. So in the 93 car, so he'll be somebody to look out for too.
Yeah, and you know, you talk about that. Hey, obviously, folks, we're in a virtual world, so that's going to happen. You know, I've had it happen, and you know, well, it's just like the real world. Yeah, motor problems and technical difficulties. Yeah. We just chalk it up as that being a technical difficulty.
Yeah, definitely. I've had it myself. I've had some guys have them in the middle of a race where it could be as simple as a pop-up coming up on their screen or a hardware malfunction. Some guys lose internet. I know Steve Gottschalk, he's actually lost connection a few times in a couple different series here lately. So, you know, our technical difficulties are the same as maybe a tire coming loose on pit road or some mechanical failure for these cars. It's basically the same thing in real life.
You know, and speaking of Steve Gottschalk, let me give an update here to everyone. He sent me a message. And you just mentioned that, like, well, he sent me a message last week, and you mentioned because of last week. He actually, in that race, did get a disconnect. And remember, he was up front, and we all of a sudden we were wondering, where'd he go? He had a disconnect in there, and it cost him that position and all, and he actually sent me a message to let me know. I guess he heard over the broadcast we were talking about it, like, what in the world happened to him? You know, he's running good, and all of a sudden, boom, he's gone. But, hey, Don, you know and I know, it can happen, man, here, and it's just unfortunate. You know, some things just can't control. Mother Nature or internet, computer problems, et cetera, et cetera. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just part of the game. It's part of what happens. It's the luck of the draw, whatever you want to call it. You know, bad luck, whatever. You know, it's just the same thing as we get what we call netcode occasionally, where two drivers will be driving close together and they won't even make contact, but the game acts like they do. That happens from time to time too. So it's just part of the simulation. That's what we have to deal with.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. We'll tell you what, right now we're in the middle of qualifying, and look at that, Jose Gonzalez. Boy, I'll tell you what, he's had an up and down season here on the Monday Night Series, but right now looking good. And I tell you what, you know what a win can do for anybody. Well, I could definitely change your mind on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he's right now he's sitting at the top of the grid with the pole. We'll have to see if anybody tries to knock him off of that. There's still some guys that have yet to put a lap down that might be able to knock him off. You know, Jose's already got one win on the season, so he's trying to chase down win number 2 for the season. And what better way to get that is to start from the pole.
No doubt about it. Hey, what's going on, John? How you doing out there, man? That's the accountant here at OSRN Network, man. He runs the numbers all the time and whatnot. But, you know, there's another guy behind him, though, Justin Fuller. We were talking about him. And I'm going to tell you what, speaking of Justin Fuller, I don't know, Don, if you went back and watched or saw last week at the Truck Series, that man did history. He started on the pole and led from flag to flag every lap and won the race. And from my knowledge, okay, this is just me personally, I know I have never broadcasted a race that a person has done that. I've broadcasted many that guys have, you know, dominated. But usually what happens is during a caution or something, somebody leads a lap, et cetera, et cetera. But he led flag to flag. And I don't know if that's something in the Sim500. I'd have to get up with Joey and them, maybe look at the history. if anybody in the history of the Sim500 has done that. So maybe he's made history on 2 accounts from last week.
You know, actually, I'm not too sure. And I was actually in that race. Yeah, he led flag to flag, and that was the truck race or whatever. And that was a great race. And, you know, I don't know. The competition, I think, is a little bit more stiff tonight. He might be starting second, but I don't know. Flag, I don't think he can lead. I don't think he can lead every lap here. I really don't. I think in this series, I think that would be really, really difficult to do. But, you know, I mean, Justin could still pull out the win, but I don't know about leading every lap.
Nah, yeah, here tonight, I just brought it up because of his name, but no, I'm doing it here tonight because normally what happens here is, and you know, I've been kind of slack and forgetting, they do have halfway bonus points here in this series, and it's something that I have kind of been overlooking, et cetera, et cetera. But the reason we see a lot of guys during some cautions stay out, I notice we question that sometimes, and we're like, well, why in the world are they staying out? Obviously, they're staying out to get those bonus points. That's what it is. And I've been reminded of it. But that's why sometimes you see Will. But yeah, to go flag to flag here, man, it is stacked. I mean, the Truck Series definitely has a lot of talent in there, and to do it in any series is definitely a feat like no other. If he did it here tonight, or any driver did it for that matter, man, that wow! If I was the rest of the field, I'd almost quit.
Yeah. In this series, it would be definitely something. It would definitely make a statement to do that on the Monday Night Money series. But I don't know. I mean, you know, he's definitely has the opportunity to get a win tonight, Justin. And Jose he's still on the pole right there. Nobody's been able to knock him down yet. So maybe that lap will hold up.
Man, yeah, and he's got a pretty good lap out there right now. So he's put down a bad fast time. Rick McBride sitting there in third. Thomas George up there in the 4th place spot. You got Trey Edison. We saw him last week. He stepped up, a newcomer here. We were trying to find out who in the world Trey was. And we got to talk in with him. He finished 3rd. A little mess up, I think, on pit road, he said it was. And actually, it was because he came in a little bit hot, and I believe he messed up on the pit road. But he was able to battle back and get up to 3rd. Tonight, definitely got a good run, so we know he's fast. Mitch Rollo and the Boonstown Street guys. Look at your man, Jonathan Cadell, starting 7th. So he's up in the top 10. Wow.
Teammate Steve Gottschalk right behind him, Parker Klugeman right behind him. So, yeah, damn, that's a pretty good run for Jonathan Cadell. I like that.
Scott Simley rounds the top 10. I call him Scott Smiley, and he's definitely smiling at the top 10.
I'm waiting for EJ to go out.
Yeah, you know what? He always does it late, don't he?
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. I'm actually looking at him. I'm sitting there staring at his name, waiting for him to go out. Because he does this every time. I swear he times it. He tries to wait to the last second, put a lap down, so we'll have to see.
Well, the problem is, though, if he's not out yet, he's not going to get one because we've only got 20 seconds left.
Yeah.
So maybe his, he hadn't put one down. He did a 31 second, but I don't, Malik Ray, well, we know his MO, though, a lot of times he doesn't do that either.
Yeah, he likes to start from the back sometimes, too, so.
They got smart move here at this track.
The last minute. I don't know. You know, if it's a long run, then they're still going to have to weed their way through those cars in front of them either way. So, I mean, I always look at it as starting in the front is better because you don't have to pass as many cars. There's not as much opportunity for other people to hit you or you to hit them. So, I don't know.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, let's grid these bad boys up here tonight because, folks, we're racing here in Kentucky here live tonight. And on pole, Jose Gonzalez out there comes Speedy Gonzalez. He puts it on the front row. Justin Fuller, well, like I said, won it last week at the Truck Series. Flag to flag. He starts 2nd. 3rd place man, Rick McBride. Thomas George in the 4th place spot. Starting 5th, Trey Edson, a newcomer here. Did a good job last week. Starting in 6th place, Mitch Rollo. 7th place, Jonathan Cadell right there in the 8th place spot. His teammate Steve Gottschalk. 9th place man, Parker Klingerman. Boy, he's looking to have a good bounce back here tonight. And Scott Simley rounds out the top 10. Look to the rest of this field. Just like I said before, it is a stacked house here. And if you're a betting man, well, good luck.
Yeah, definitely. I'm actually looking toward the back. There's a few fast guys in the back that I think it'd be fun watching these guys go through the field. It really is. Malik Ray is back there. He didn't put down a lap. EJ O'Rourke didn't put down a lap. Nick Cohan put down a slow lap. John Long, newcomer, he's fast. So this is going to be fun. That really is. Casey Duncan's back there.
Man, I tell you, that's what I'm saying. If you want to put some coins on this race, like I said, good luck, because you got a lot of fast guys sitting in the back, a lot of fast guys sitting in the front, and it's just it's going to be well, we've talked about it all pretty much the whole entire time here. Some of those guys in the back now are going to have to take it easy to get to the front.
Yeah, they're going to have to. That's what I was talking about before. You were asking if, starting in the back is a good idea. And I mean, I question it just for the fact is you might be burning up your tires a little bit more than you normally would because you're having to get through those other cars and pass and everything else. And then something might happen in front of you that's beyond your control and you can get caught up in it. So I don't know. Yeah, tires are, if we get long runs, tires are going to be the big deal here.
All right, good deal. So we're getting set here to go green flag racing. You're right, John. I tell you what, reach up there, man, tighten them up, or hey, if you got some belts on your sim rig, there's a lot of guys that do. Get up there, tighten them up. Hopefully, they don't fall out during the race.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. I really look forward to this start. This is going to be really, really good.
Yeah, it's going to just be, you're going to have to be very, very patient on this start. I mean, this track, it's wide, but it's not that wide. You could go 3 wide here. I wouldn't advise it for too long, but then again, we're going to see somebody try it.
Well, the track is wide, but the groove necessarily isn't wide. So just because the track is really wide doesn't necessarily mean that area where you can run and they can pass is wide. That's actually kind of narrow there. So,
yeah, and you're right. 100% agree with you on that one, because here we go. We're getting set here to go green flag racing. The pace cars pulling them out of turn 4. Is going to duck off on pit road, and Jose Gonzalez is going to rev the motors up here as everybody's getting bunched up. We're going racing here at Kentucky, folks. Green flag flies. They come to life with the motors as they head off into turn 1. Jose Gonzalez, he leads that pack in there. Justin Fuller and Rick McBride, they're right behind them as they'll go side by side coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, right now they're just 1 and 2. Oh, looks like somebody got loose in the back and checked some guys up. I don't know who that was on the outside.
Mitch Rollo.
That was Mitch Rollo.
It was. Just happened to catch that in the 91. So we can get a better shot of it.
Parker Kligerman looked like he's serving a black flag for some reason. He's down pit road right now.
Oh man, what a devastation, because he was actually in the top 10 of running tonight. Wow.
Yeah, it kind of separated the field a little bit there. Mitch Rollo had a little bit of a checkup. It looked like he got a little bit loose on the outside and kind of checked up. Everybody slowed down for him, so it split the field up just a little bit there. Yeah,
it did, man. The top several guys up there, they're all single file. Boy, I'll tell you what, you go back here in this pack, though, they're already mixing it up too. I said 3 wide. They were taking it 3 wide there, Don.
Well, it's the time to do it. If you're going to try to make those bold moves and those bold passes, it's time to do it on fresh tires. So these guys, like we were talking about before, saving your tires might not necessarily be a priority for the first few laps here.
Absolutely not. Right now, they're turning the wick up here and looking good so far. They're 3 wide there when Leak Ray, he's coming through the front. He's already up to 18th, but he took it 3 wide going into turn 3.
Yeah, they're still 3 wide. Look at that with Joey Katina. They're really battling out there. Looks like whoever that was, I couldn't see who was on the outside there. They didn't want no part of that. They backed out and said, go ahead, guys.
No doubt about it. And that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to live to fight another day.
Jason Brum, I believe. Or I don't know.
Jason Burham?
Burham.
Burham? Is it Burham? Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably slaughtering that guy's name.
I know. We're sorry, Jason. If you go back and watch, we apologize on that one. We'll definitely get it right. We'll check it out. Nice gold car, though, he's got out there. Throwback to Harry Gant.
Yeah, I love that car.
I'll tell you what, Malik Ray's already made some moves. He's up in the 17th already. Up front, though, Jose Gonzalez. Well, he's got Justin Fuller right there on his back end, just trying to hold him down. You see everybody's using that kind of middle groove that we were talking about. Maybe Rick McBride's a little bit, but everybody's kind of single file. You know, see old Jonathan Goodell, you got to go back to about the 6th place. He's still single file there. Greg Evans. Well, Greg Evans moved it up to 7th place right now.
Yeah, Greg Evans, he's trying to break that top 5 right now. He wants to get up in there. A lot of these guys, like you said up front, are just running single file. There's no real hard passing or anything going on. These guys are just trying to run their race right now, I think.
And, you know, we talked about it. Patience, patience, patience. It looks like these top maybe about 12 or so are. You just got to go back all the way, well, back here to where Malik Ray and Corbin Hemstreet and company is before you get to side-by-side action. But we'll focus a little bit on that right now because we talked about it, Don, saving tires, and it looks like those top maybe 10, 12 guys, that's their mindset. Let's run, save tires.
Yeah, Malik Ray doesn't look like he's saving tires right now. He's battling with a newcomer in the league, Steven Tyler there in the 46 car. Malik's just, I keep watching him go on that low line. He's trying to get by there. He wants to get up front as quick as possible, it looks like. He says saving tires, I don't know what that means right now.
No doubt about it. He's definitely moved up pretty good. He's up to 17th as I'm seeing right now. Now let's see where our other guy is, E.J. O'Rourke. He's kind of marred back in traffic a little bit. He hasn't made as big a move as Malik has. He's back in 22nd. Now, he could be, you know, that don't really mean a lot. They've still got a long way to go. It was only lap 8 of 127 here. I mean, he's got plenty of time. Maybe he's taking a little more of a not so aggressive approach to it.
Well, you know, EJ can be methodical at times. He can be aggressive, but he can also be methodical, or he just kind of picks his way through the field slowly, and then next thing you know, there he is, you know. So, and also, you know, he's got Nick Cohan in front of him, so he might be letting Nick do some of his dirty work for him and let Nick kind of punch the hole, and he just follows him through.
That's a good idea. Sometimes ride behind a guy, and if he's fast, just watch what line he's taking and do the same thing he's doing. So watch those two guys. Nick Cohan, he's working over that number 33 machine up there. Excuse me, 83 machine. My bad, it's Joey Catina's right there. There's just a lot of good little racing going on back here in the back. And unfortunately, Parker Klingerman, he only lost one lap. Now, he can definitely get that back here, obviously with a lucky dog and a caution. The race is not over with for him, but I would be interested to see what that black flag was about. I didn't see him do anything.
Yeah, I didn't. I just saw. I did see that he got a black flag, but I didn't see what it was for, and I saw him serve it right away. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Maybe he didn't get quite in proper position at the start, or maybe there was a little hiccup on the start. I'm not really sure. But either way, I mean, he's in the position to get the lucky dog. So if a caution comes out, he'll get the lucky dog as of right now. But things can change.
Yeah, he's just got to be patient back there. Don't get caught up in anything. And hate it. Yeah, hate it on his end. I just maybe we'll find out later on in the race. But still, Jose Gonzalez has got this one under control up front. Justin Fuller right there behind him. And I think it's just right now these guys are content to kind of race their own race, so to speak.
Yeah, I'm looking through the top 10 up here, and like you said, these guys are they're just settled in. They're running the same groove pretty much. Like I said, it's a wide track, but it's a narrow groove here if you want to be fast. So these guys are basically just playing follow the leader right now. The fuel window, when I was asking some drivers beforehand, is about 54 to 55 laps, somewhere in that general vicinity. So that's where you'll be looking for guys to pit. I mean, we're only on lap 12. That's far way off, but we'll see how it works out.
Yep. And that was a good good saying right there, like they kind of follow the leader, because that's basically what is happening. I mean, really, and this place, after a while with the tires, even though they can go 2 and 3 wide, it will become a harder place to pass because of the tires.
Yeah, that's when the guys that are saving tires, opposed to the guys that were running their tires hard early on in the run, that's when you'll see the difference come into effect. You'll see the guys that save tires. They'll be able to go down low or go up high and hold that momentum and be able to make those passes better, as opposed to the guys that are on worn tires. They're just hanging on for dear life. So,
hey, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you what, man, Nelson Rivera back there in the 22 made a good move around E.J. O'Rourke on the inside, as he took that number 22 spot in the 22 car. He's going to try to work over that Skoll machine there, Jason.
Yeah, that's a good battle right here. These guys are just these guys are all battling side by side. Some guys down low, some guys up high, and hell, it looks like some guys aren't afraid to even try to go 3 wide still here. Yeah,
and when you're in the back there, you're trying to make up a lot of ground. Right now, I'm just kind of looking at the difference. A lot of these guys, time-wise, they're not so much far off. So that's what I'm saying. It looks like it's kind of hard to pass, but they're still side by side back there. And that's the thing about this place. Usually when from just experience, like I say, it's just me. Usually after a while with the tires, you try to pass somebody, it can take maybe a lap or two to try to get around, and maybe even more to try to get around a person. It's not usually like zoom, you go blowing by them. It can take a little bit to get around them because, well, it's just so hard to pass.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. You got to almost set up the pass. Like I'm watching EJ O'Rourke right now in the 41, and he's setting up the pass on the 10 of what is that? Chris Gaboo. He's setting him up right here. You can see him. He's going up high right there. He's kind of setting him up for the pass. I'm watching on my replay, and like you were saying, it can take a couple laps because maybe when you get the momentum to get up to that guy's bumper, now it's just not the right time to try to make the pass. So you almost got to set it up to where you got to make it so your car is in the right position at the right time to be able to get by him.
And then once you get side by side with him, sometimes just making that extra oomph to try to get by him, it's just so hard. You think that you've got it, and man, this track can fool you in a heartbeat.
Definitely, definitely. And that's why it's so important to make sure you're taking that proper line that's good for your car, for the speed of your car, because if you one little screw up and you might not get that momentum coming off the corner, and everything you worked for those last 3 or 4 laps, you got to work for it again.
Yep, right now. Get a little throwback there to the Red Bull machine back there with the 53, John Long. He's looking good. And I'll tell you what, another guy back there, Travis McQuiston. Yep. All right, we'll get it. Well, he's got the ultimate machine. He's doing pretty good. He's back there in 26th spot. He's right behind those guys, so they keep battling for long. Well, he's going to close in. He got a little bobbly coming off the turn there. That's another thing. I think now we're starting to see here, lap 18, those tires are going to start talking to you here pretty soon.
Yeah, the guys that were abusing their tires early on, now it's going to make the difference between the guys that have just been running their own race and doing their thing. You know, guys like Travis, I know Travis from other leagues. He's definitely the kind of guy that'll take care of tires. He knows how to take care of tires and save them for a longer run. So I think you'll probably see him picking off a few more spots here. I think you'll also see John Long up there too here soon. And Joey's working his way up too, Joey Katina.
Yep, sure is. You know, I also got to mention, though, when I did most of my running, I was in the trucks. These right here, I call these the monster machines out here because they're the baddest of the baddest that you can get in the oval side of NASCAR. I mean, these cars, they're more of a finesse style car. You really got to be finessed in these things. Got a lot of power to them. So, what we're talking about here as far as tires, it is magnified. The difference between a truck and this car here.
Definitely. These things got so much more horsepower that you definitely have to ease it onto the throttle because these things can spin out real easy. I started this season in the Monday Night Money Series. I started a couple races, and actually, I just realized the car was not something I could drive for the whole season, so I actually backed out because they are very, very difficult to drive, the Cup cars.
No doubt about it. What's up, Gary? How you doing? Yeah, very good racing going on back here in this pack. I mean, I'm still watching back there with Nelson Rivera, Jason, and all. And Jason got a little wiggly coming off the turn.
Yeah,
to chase it.
Did.
But yeah, I'm still watching this pack back here because pretty much the front guys are all pretty much just they're in the line. But you're seeing Travis right there. He's going to go around him. Jason's going to lose little spots. But yeah, it's a good battle back here.
That's a great battle, and that's a great looking car Travis has got right there. I really like that paint scheme.
Ultimate BP machine there. EJ O'Rourke is now trying to take the high side, and he's trying to work over the 22 there, Nelson Rivera. Like I say, just some definitely very, very good running going on back here in the back.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, they're battling for 23rd, 22nd, 20th, but it's still some great racing. These guys don't care. I mean, they're still trying to get to the front.
Oh, absolutely. I'm watching up here, Rick Thompson. He's up in the 17th spot. Looks like he's trying to work over Chad Coleman. And Nick Cohan's moved up to 15th. Malik Ray's up to 12th. So Malik is definitely on the move, heading to the front.
Yeah, he's getting up there really quick. He's I've raced against him too. Yeah, he's retired Air Force. Rick Thompson is making his way up slowly but surely.
I got that 76 machine. Looks really good out there.
It does.
Man, that's awesome, man, to see. Let's see what Malik is up here doing because he's up here still passing a few cars. He actually just went around Scott Simley. And in front of him, though, there's a few cars up there battling. That's Steve Goschalk, and Steve Goschalk's actually, well, I'll tell you, I hate to see it, and I hate to say it, but he's blinking awful bad, so I hope he doesn't have another connection issue tonight.
No.
I don't know if you saw it or not.
I didn't see that he was blinking, but yeah, we were talking about that prior to the start of the race too, about how he was having connection issues, and I really hope he doesn't fall out again because he's been having real bad luck with that lately.
Yeah, I mean, he was still blinking in front of him there, and I just really hate it. That's a bad thing because Malik Ray's moving right on his back bumper. Actually, looking to the inside, I think Malik's probably just thinking, man, I need to get around him real quick because he is kind of blinking. I just hope he don't, man, again, fall out the server.
I'm looking at his connection right now. He looks, I mean, his ping and his quality look good right now, so.
Okay, good deal. Maybe it was just a spike there for a moment. Yeah, he looks clean right now as they go side by side, him and Malik Ray. Malik's going to take that pass on him and get around him and put Steve back in the 11th. Malik's in the top 10. Now he's going to work over Jonathan Cadell and Greg Evans as Greg Evans slides up the track just a little bit.
Yeah, they're having a great race here too. Got Jonathan Cadell right there. Yeah, with Malik Ray battling real hard. Greg Evans up there. Those guys are really, these guys were all single file just a few laps ago, but now they're just side by side. I told you Malik would be up there before you know it.
Yeah, and a lot of the reason too that they were single file earlier on, good tires. Now you got to look. If we're starting to see the guys who save tires come to the front, again, they might get single file a minute here, but you're starting to see some of the guys who not quite saving on the tires are starting to fall off a little bit. And hey, now here's a guy that we didn't really mention, Chad Cole. Consistency. Now there's a guy who definitely knows how to save some tires.
Well, check this out. You want to look a couple spots behind him. There's a guy that's a lap down. He's not waiting for the lucky dog. He looks like he's going to try to get it himself. Parker Kligerman's on a tear. He's right behind Steve Gottschalk, and he's just going. He doesn't want that lucky dog. He says, I'm just going to take it. You guys are running 2 long green flag runs. I'm just going to take it.
And in a race like this, he understands that it might not be too many cautions and too many opportunities to get up there. He needs to get up as close as he can to the front. So just in case there is a caution, he makes sure he gets that lucky dog. Because Martin back in traffic, he might not get it there if it's a long green flag. But you're right, he is definitely on the move, along with Chad Cole up into the 9th place spot. And Malik Ray. Now, Chad Cole, hey, he's falling in the tire tracks there, Malik Ray.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's fast tonight, too. He's going. He's definitely trying to get up there. It looks like he's battling right now with Greg Evans. He just lost that spot, but he's down low, and he's got Parker Kligerman crawling up him right now.
Yeah, he does. Old Parker, man, I tell you what, he's definitely going to wear them tires out, trying to get up there as close as he can and see what he's got. As old Jose Gonzalez still out front in this one. Justin Fuller there, and I'll tell you what, Rick McBride has closed up on Justin a little bit here, so we got a battle about to brew for second spot as Thomas George is closing in also, and that whole pack back there looks like they're closing in. You know what? A minute ago we saw the whole top 10, 12 kind of all single file. Now they're all getting back in a pack again.
They're all getting dicey again, and I'll tell you why, because we're on lap, 31 here. And like I said, these guys are going to be looking to pit in the next 20 to 25 laps. So you're going to see pit stops coming up here quick. And I think that's what Parker Kligerman knows it's coming up. So I think that's why he's trying to get in position, like you were saying, to either get his lap back and pass the leader on track or to be in position for that lucky dog.
Yes, he is. Good battle right now. Greg Evans takes over that spot on Chad Cole. Steve Gottschalk still behind him right there. And Nick Cohan's moving it up a little bit as he moves up there into the 12th place. John Cadell falls back to 13th along with Scott Simley. They're back there battling it out. You see that 75, folks. Now, he's lapped down the Folgers car. That is Parker Kligerman. We don't know why he had to serve the black flag at the beginning of the race. Didn't really see anything. Don't know if it was on the start, maybe jump start. Don't know what happened. But either way, he had to serve the black flag and got him a lap down. Now he's just trying to be bad fast and get that thing back.
He is bad fast. He's worked his way. After he got that black flag, he was all the way in the back of this field. And like you said, he's passed. He's going to be passing more cars, it looks like, tonight than anybody. And he doesn't know that he's a lap down. He probably doesn't even care. Oh, well, there we go.
Caution out. Wow.
Sure what.
In the back here, don't know. And Jose Gonzalez came on pit road. I don't know if that would have caught him at the right time, but I'm trying to find out who.
It looked like Rick Thompson.
Rick Thompson? Okay.
Rick Thompson.
All right, let's go back on Rick Thompson
and
here.
I think I'm thinking that Jose Gonzalez saw the spin in his mirror and dove down pit road.
Okay.
And tried to get down pit road, time it right. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, old Rick Thompson right there, and well, he goes to the grass and throwing it up, man, on there. And Joey Katina involved in it too.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Wow.
Okay, I'm wrong. No, Jose pitted. I'm wrong. He pitted and then Rick Thompson spun. So my bad.
Yeah, because I saw Jose coming on pit road. Oh yeah, he just lost it. Oh, and Joey Katina nowhere to go. It just made contact right there between them, and
that would benefit Jose, I would think, because he was on pit road when that yellow came out. So
yeah, I would think so too.
We'll have to see how this works out.
All right. Well, hey, you're right. I mean, he was on pit road there. I'll tell you what, that grass animation looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks so awesome. That's one good thing about this. See, because right now he doesn't have to pit. So to me, he would inherit the lead again, I would think.
Good.
Parker Kligerman's going to get the wave around for the lucky dog.
Yeah, that's what he's wanting, boy. That benefited him huge.
Yeah, and he, if it gives you any preview of what Parker Kligerman can do tonight, he started after that black flag. He was in the back, and he passed all those cars to race up there with the top 15 cars to try to get that lap back. So now he's on the lead lap. He's going to be wicked fast.
Yes. Yeah, I'd be kind of scared out there if I was resting the field.
Me too.
All right, race off pit road. Looks like it's going to be won by Justin Fuller. Rick McBride's going to come right behind him. 25 machine in the 05 there. Justin Fuller's going to come out in fourth. We know Jose should end up.
He should get the lead.
He should be the lead back,
I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't have the lead here after they pass the start-finish line and the scoring catches up. Unless he's... I mean, I wouldn't see why he would pit maybe to top off because he thinks it's going to be a long fuel run, but I would not imagine he would do that.
Nah. I wouldn't pit.
Jose is not going to pit when he's in the lead. There's no way.
I wouldn't pit.
No, neither would I. Speedy, they don't call him Speedy Gonzalez for nothing.
That's right. There you go.
Yeah, and he's already got one win on the season, so yeah, he wants to get out of that one win club. Parker Kligerman's in that club also. He's got one win on the season.
He does. Parker, he broke that barrier there the longest time. He tried to get a win, and he got close, and then he finally got a win. I think it was on the Sunday night, and then he turned around and done it on the Monday night also.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, he's got a couple wins, so he's looking for a second win tonight. So he's definitely been fast. I mean, we were talking about it before, him going through the field. So now that he's on the lead lap, there'll be something for him to somebody to look out for.
No, John, I did not watch Le Mans. Not really something I'm going to sit 24 hours and watch.
I didn't really watch that much of it either. I just kind of caught bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, I mean, I saw some clips here and there on the Facebook or something like that, or YouTube, but I wasn't. We're going to sit and watch a good portion of it. I mean, it's interesting. I like the GTE cars, to me.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
I don't know much about the LMPs myself, but I think John out there says Toyota won. So yeah, I didn't know. Okay, well, I didn't know Toyota even had a car out there. I know Ford has one. They got a bunch of McLarens and all that stuff out there, too. Okay, well, where'd the Ford GTs end up at?
Got me.
So that's what I care about now. If I want to care about watching any of them, I care about where those guys ended up at. All right, John, if you watch the Le Mans, where'd the Ford GTs end up at? Give him an update.
So I guess Jose did not inherit the lead. I guess that black flat or the him being on pit road during that yellow, maybe, I don't know. I guess it just didn't work out in his favor.
I don't see how, but unless the caution came out before he crossed the line would be the only thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. He was on pit road. We saw the two spinning in the grass and spinning, and it could have possibly been that the caution came out as soon as he hit pit road. And you know what I know, I think Don here on iRacing, I believe you have to cross the line in order. So if he was in his pit stall, he probably would have been safer across the line.
Yeah, actually, I think he probably would have been safer if he would have just rolled through the pits and not stopped. I think he would have been better off. Maybe, I don't know. iRacing, it's not like real NASCAR where they have scoring loops and the field freezes and all that good stuff. We don't have all that technology here in iRacing.
Nope. Green flag flies. Pace cars in. Here we go. Oh, field got jacked up a little bit. Chad Cole didn't go. Up front, though, Justin Fuller, he's out there. He gets a good run. They're going to take a 3-wide Malik Ray wheel going into turn 1.
Yeah, he definitely did. And he's taking 3 wide with teammates from Steelhorse Racing, Rhett McBride and Thomas George. They're still 3 wide. They're not trying to give that up at all. And then finally they tuck back in to go side by side.
Well, I think Malik Ray understands if he doesn't get around these guys and get up front there, that Justin Fuller could run away with this one. He's definitely running that car, but, man, loses a little momentum. He's got the 96 of Mitch Rollo on his back deck lid and loses some spot.
Yeah, he's definitely battling right now. He's not having the last couple laps have not been good for him.
No, he's not. And Trey Edison right there looking good, but well, these guys definitely, man, are putting the hammer down. I would think they'd be a little bit more easier knowing they went a very good long green flag run last time.
Well, this is the time to make the moves is because you got fresh tires. I mean, I'm going to watch down back here, Jonathan Goodell, and he almost made it 3 wide with his teammate trying to get the pass there. So these guys are trying to make some daring moves because they can, because they have the grip to do so.
Absolutely, trying to get as much as they can early on here. Justin Fuller out front in this one. Right there, Greg Evans. He's mixing it up with Mitch Rollo. Behind him, Chad Cole's going to try to do his best drift job. He chases that car and hits the wall. Oh, man.
Look like Chad just by himself. That's a heartbreaker to see that. Yeah,
wow.
That is such a heartbreaker. That's our champion points leader right there. 2 wins on the season. Chad Cole loses it and just noses it in the inside wall.
Yep.
He's going to have heavy, heavy damage from that.
Came out of turn 2. We were talking about it earlier on. He's just heading into turn 2, and next thing you know, he looks like he got below that black line we were talking about, and that car just kept going. Had a lot of momentum. He came out of turn 2 and just zoop, right on around. I mean, we were talking about the 2, and such a hard lick. He's already got smoke. I believe pretty much that's going to one and done it for him right there.
Yeah, he took a solid hit to that inside wall, so that's definitely going to take a shot to his points lead. Nick Cohan's second in points, so it's definitely going to be good for him, but Chad Cole, man, I hate to see that for him.
Yeah, good guy, man. Hate that on his end. Wow. Justin Fuller, everybody's going to come on pit road. What? Nope. Yeah, Justin Fuller does. Thomas George doesn't. But, man, I tell you what, those 2 guys up front, lonely feeling. But, wow, this is unique. 4 laps out there. Now, this just goes ahead and shows you just how important tires are at this place, that just buying 4 laps, that they know that, hey, that they might be on another green flag long run. Why stay out?
Yeah, I'm trying to, Rhett McBride, Thomas George, those guys are teammates, so they're definitely talking on TeamSpeak and talking about the decisions they're making. Those are the only 2 guys that stayed out, it looks like, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Well,
Yeah.
Malik Ray coming out of the pit road here. Looks like Steve Goschalk almost beat Justin Fuller. Didn't quite get it. Going to come out in second, though. Well, he'll come out behind Justin Fuller anyways.
Yeah.
Come out 6 because actually right now, and well, I'll tell you what, look who this benefits. Jose Gonzalez. He's only been out there for 9 laps, which now 9 laps at this track, that can be an eternity.
Yeah, they say yellows breed yellows, though, so we'll have to see. Maybe these guys will get another green flag run. Jose will definitely have to be taking care of his tires early on, but this is definitely a good opportunity for him to rebound from, just getting caught on pit road when that other caution came out.
Yep. So up front right now, Rick McBride stayed out. Thomas George sitting in second. Jason Barham. I'm going to say Barham.
That sounds right.
Yeah, Barham. All right. Sounds good. Jose Gonzalez there in 4th. Justin Fuller 5th. Steve Goschalk up in the 6th spot. Trey Edson there in 7th. Mitch Rollo 8th. Greg Evans 9th. Around the top 10, Mike Kelly. Got another good one up there. So Steve Goschak, the only one that took a 2-tire stop. He had a 9-second stop, so that's why he made up a lot. Actually, Chad Cole tried a 2-tire stop, it looks like, on his end. Everybody else, 4 tires out there.
I mean, they've only been out for a few laps, so, I mean, they might as well try to do something. You know, Steve's trying to take a gamble. It's a good time to do it. Maybe a good strategy. We'll have to see.
Yeah, no doubt. So, what have you seen in this race so far? Anything you'd do different here, Don?
Well, I'd still treat this race right now. I'd still treat it like a long run race. I wouldn't bet on more cautions. Just, I mean, I know we've had a couple, but I really wouldn't bet on it because the race has been pretty clean. It looks like it's just been kind of mistakes on drivers' parts that have caused those yellows. So as of right now, I would still play the game of, long green flag runs and try to take care of your tires.
Absolutely. So here we go. Definitely we'll see what happens out here. It'll be a good run so far. I want to go in my settings here for a minute. I'm messing.
Yeah, Rhett McBride leading right now. I know he wants to get a win. He's sitting 5th in points, and he doesn't have a win on the season yet. So he's definitely hungry. So I can understand why he would stay out to try to put himself in position. Because if you're in front and the mess is behind you, then you don't have to worry about getting caught up in the mess.
Absolutely. All right. So, who's still your favorite out here so far?
Man, I don't know. I think Parker Kligerman might get this one. I really do. And that would be something else. Getting a black flag at the start of the race, starting from the very back, coming back from that lap down, and then winning a race. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome. That would be. Yeah, that'd be a feat there. Oh man, I tell you, it's gonna be a tough one here. Right now, though, man, up front, it'll be old Rick McBride's pace car's bringing him out of turn 4. About to duck off on pit road. Send these guys, man, are running here tonight. Going back green flag racing. It's lap 44 of 127. Pace car's in. Wreck, man, he wastes no time getting on the hammer and then taking off. Behind him, they're 2x2 going in. Looking at the 83 there, Jason. He's up there. And, boy, Justin Fuller with a move to the outside.
Yeah, it looked like the 83 of Jason just didn't get started for some reason. Maybe they just caught him sleeping on that start. So some of those guys behind him definitely had a run on him going into the corner there.
Yeah, right now, good run going on between these guys up front. As we're watching, trying to see who we got. Good battling going on behind him. As Jose's moved it, stayed up in the 3rd. Trey's right there. I mean, he's in a mix, man. I mean, you got to go to Greg Evans and Jason and them. Well, they're all side by side right there.
Yeah, they're battling hard back there. Everybody's pretty much single file up until 6th place. Greg Evans. Oh, another yellow's coming out.
Yellow flag. Where we at? Oh, it's in the back here. Tommy Ryan. He's one of the cars involved. Got a big one back here. Looks like
big
Brian Wortman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be Jonathan Goodell. Got it. Oh, almost got into Parker Clearman. Wow. And that checked the field up. So,
I'm watching that, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they were almost took a 3 wide right there. And he dove down the inside, looks like. And those two cars just came together. Good save by the 75 of Parker. And that checked up the 60 or the 99 or 66, excuse me. And then from there, wow, look at Chad Cole. Folks, I'm gonna tell you what, we got to ride along with Chad Cole because that's got to be the save of the race.
Yeah, he barely got through that. That was crazy.
Yeah, watch this. We're riding on his nose. Look at that. Shoo. He got a little damage on the front. Hate to see that on his end. But, man, that was close.
It looked like I'm watching a replay. You know, I'm doing on my own thing here. I'm watching. Man, Parker wasn't quite clear. He kind of came right down on Jonathan's nose there. If you watch it from Jonathan.
I'm not going to sit up here. I know that's your teammate. I'm not going to speculate on what
No, I know. But it looked like he came down.
I'm going to say it this way. They both at fault. And they both hit each other.
That's true. They're both at fault just for being on the track.
There you go. That's what we'll put it. A racing incident. I mean, they both wanted the position. Hey, it was a good save by the 75. I got to give him credit on that.
Both of them, yeah. They both, Jonathan and Parker, both really saved their cars. Unfortunately, the guys behind them got caught up, but
Yeah,
they definitely saved it.
Yeah, I hate to see it on their end. Hate to see anybody getting wrecked, but you know, two fast guys. I mean, they're going to race, and you know, part of two, this track, man, it can breed stuff like that because there's a momentum place. A lot of times, you know, you've got to get that groove, like you said it, Don. You can go 3 wide here, but does the groove allow it?
Yeah, definitely. You gotta account for where the rubber is laid on the track and where the marbles are and where the dirt might be or where you can't get grip. And the track might be wide, and look, Parker's coming up right up behind Jonathan. Look like there might be a little bit of bad blood there between those guys later on in this race. We'll have to see.
Oh Lord, you know, you always got to love it.
Drivers.
There is. I mean, and both of them want to win. That's the thing,
yeah.
too. You know, they both want to win.
No, I'm going to love seeing this battle between these two guys because I think it's going to be great. I really do. And Malik's going to be right there with them, I think.
Yeah, Malik Ray. Wow. How did he get way back there?
I don't know. I was trying to figure that out myself. Maybe he topped off. That's the only thing I can think of. Pitted. I'm not sure. Or had a bad pit stop. I'm not really sure. Because he wasn't back there earlier, so I'm not really sure how that happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's back there in the back. He was up front there, so I don't know if his pit stop was only 15 seconds.
Yeah, he's
so,
way back there. He's
yeah.
back in 27th now.
That's crazy. Oh.
Rhett McBride still in the lead there. Thomas George in second. And Jose came bouncing back from that bad yellow, I guess if you want to call it, or bad luck yellow when he was on pit road. Now he's back in third, so.
Well, been a good one so far. Well, I'll tell you what, man, going to be anybody's ball game here. Got a lot of fast guys, like you said, right there in a bunch. Fast guys throughout this whole entire field.
Yeah, we're only at lap 50. I mean, we've actually we haven't even gotten to the halfway yet, so these guys are still going to be racing hard for that halfway bonus too.
Yeah, I just got a feeling we're going to be in for another. We was in for a good long green flag run before. I think we'll be in for another one. I really do. So, hang on to your hats out there, folks.
I just think a few of these guys out here might be just trying to be a little bit more aggressive early on. Guys are just fighting for real estate. And, you know, some guys just, you know, like Chad Cole, it was just him by himself. So some guys are just trying real hard out there to get positions. And Kentucky is a track that can sneak up on you really quick. So
it does. I mean, yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what happens here as these guys, man, are looking good so far as we're getting our running here tonight. Kentucky Speedway for the Sim500 Monday Night Money Series presented by Transervice. Been a very, very good race out here so far tonight. You know, not a lot of cautions, but again, cautions do breed cautions.
Yeah, unfortunately, we'll have to see. I'd literally like to see them get a good green flag run going here.
You and me both. I'm just messing, that's all.
I hear you.
Trying to figure out why in the world every time I mash my push to talk, it mutes you down some. I don't know why. I'll figure it out later.
It's doing you a favor.
Yeah. Well, it kind of drops you down just a little bit. And I don't know why. I mean, you can still hear it, but it's just like it kind of drops you down when I have it on. Anyways, all right, pace cars in. Here we go. Rick McBride out front. And I tell you right there behind him, Thomas George. We're going to see what happens here up front. These guys, you know, some of these guys are on older tires, and most notably the top two guys are on way older tires.
Yeah, that's definitely going to take an account here early on in these starts. A lot of these guys are going to battle. Oh, 3 wide right there. Jonathan Goodell, 3 wide. They're almost 4 wide right there. It's crazy.
Yeah, 3 wide, back in the back. The 21, 27 actually in the middle there. That's Randy. He's going to think about, like, y'all can have it. Malik Ray, he's bad fast back there. Looking good. Patrick Colby, he's in the mix back there also.
Yeah, he is. Those guys back in the back. I'm almost watching lots of battles in the back here where these guys are battling 3 wide. I don't know if it's because they know halfway might be coming soon, or I think it's just a mixture of old tires and new tires like you were talking about.
It is. Justin Fuller moves up in the second spot right now with Thomas George right there along with him. Jose Gonzalez still hanging on to fourth. Along with Greg Evans up there. Caution is out.
One more time. What was this one for?
Don't tell me K.C. Duncan was involved.
That guy cannot catch luck. Was it him? It might have been.
It might have been because he's really slow. I don't know if it was him or not because
he might have blew a motor.
And it might have. He got off the track, so I don't think that should have been.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
No, Scott Stencil. Boom! Into the wall hard back there. Actually saw it in the back.
Yep.
Man, he came out of turn 2 the same way Chad Cole did. Slams the inside wall. Single car incident.
Isn't it funny how some tracks you have a single car incident like that and a yellow will come out really quick, and other tracks doesn't matter. And it could be tracks about this size too.
Yeah, I hate it. I don't know why. But you're right. Seems like, man, tracks like this, boom, they bring them out.
So I'm curious to see who's going to pit. Pretty much everybody, I bet, right? I would think.
I would say the top guys should pit because you've got Rick McBride's about 19, Thomas George 19, Jose's about 21. I mean, even Greg Evans and them, yeah, but I don't see anybody opting to come down pit road.
I don't either.
Huh. Think it's a smart move?
I mean, the tires really haven't been through too much of a heat cycle, so these guys can probably, just save some fuel, ride around and under caution here, and then be able to go a little longer. So I don't know. Everybody up front pretty much has old tires now, so it might even out the field a little bit. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it definitely helps for guys like I'm looking at Travis Equestrian. He started 32nd, and now he's up in 11th. He stayed out, so it definitely helps for guys like that that are trying to get up there. E.J. O'Rourke, he started 27th. He's in 9th. So, I don't know. Good strategy? I don't know.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Look good so far, though.
I mean, ask those guys. Those guys might say it's good strategy. Some of the other guys might say it's bad. So, I don't know, man.
I think I figured out the problem, by the way. It was a setting in TeamSpeak.
Oh, I gotcha.
I've been sitting over here messing with it, man, because every time I just mashed a button. Every time it kind of would lower you down just a little bit. And it drives me, because I'm all about sound. I want us to sound level.
I hear you.
I want everything on the track to sound level with us. And every time, man, I would talk or I mashed that button, it would kind of lower your voice down a little bit. And I'm like,
and all of a sudden the viewership would go up, right?
Yeah, they did. They were like, oh, we're back. All right.
No, I mean, I'd get muted down and the viewership would go up.
That's right. Yeah, well, we'd get more likes. That's what it was,
Oh, okay.
Every time, man, you started talking, the dislikes would come back.
No, I hear you. That's the story of my life, man.
Oh, man. That's what it is about here, man. We have fun up here at OSR Network.
Definitely.
But for coming from a guy, man, that loves sound and is really particular about sound, that's been driving me crazy the last couple of races. Because, Don, I go back and watch these things, and I look for cues on what it is, and that's something I've been sitting there going, dadgummit, what is it? It's making me mad.
Definitely, I hear you.
Well, no doubt. Well, I tell you what, I don't know if anybody on this track right now can be mad, but I will say Jonathan Cadell moved up. He's up in the 11th right now, so I don't know if his pit stop helped him out a lot there. Where's old Malik Ray at?
He's right behind him.
Right behind him? Okay. Man, I tell you, Malik Ray, I'd be kind of scared in that end. Parker Klingerman's kind of still marred back in traffic a little bit.
That'd be something to look out for later in the race, man.
Yep. Old E.J. O'Rourke, man, he's up in 8th.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at some of these guys right now. I'm loving it. I'm loving the fact that Travis McQuistion is in 9th, E.J. O'Rourke's in 8th, Steve Gottschalk's in 7th, Nick Cohan's in 6th. Eric Arnold, we haven't talked about him all night. He's up in 5th, started from 19th place.
Oh, yeah, Hey, right, Travis up there doing good. Look at that.
Yeah, doing great.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So, Travis MC, man. That's what I'll call him. MC.
Yeah, we'll call him the teacher because he's a teacher.
Yep. Oh, he is. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, he's a teacher. So we'll just call him the teacher. We got to think of nicknames for him. I'm not really sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think he's a high school teacher though.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to talking with him on one of these courses or something. What's actually?
Yeah.
I don't think he's in the team speak though.
Yeah, he is. He's in Dizzy Motorsports.
Oh, okay. Cool.
He's not on Dizzy Motorsports, but I think he's in their team speak. He's friends with those guys.
Okay, good deal. Awesome. Pace cars coming out of turn 4. We're going back green flag racing. Rick McBride's going to bring them to the line here, along with Thomas George in tow. Jose Gonzalez sitting there in second. One of them top 4 guys. Definitely been on some old tires, but I guess they figured track position is more important than new tires. We'll have to see what happens here. As right now, Greg Evans all over the back end of Thomas George. Those top 4 or 5 guys. Now, Nick Cohan actually got to take it back to Jonathan Goodell and company. They're the first ones on newer tires.
Yeah, those are the guys that are going to be to look out for because they're going to be trying to get through this field and do it aggressively. I guarantee it.
Yeah, on the new tires there. Battle up here front here for second. Look at Greg Evans. He's on the inside. The 25 machine of Thomas George takes it to the inside there. Excuse me. Greg was on the outside there. Jose Gonzalez behind him. Eric Arnold. Boy, we didn't mention much of him tonight, but he's up there in the mix too.
Yeah, all those guys are really battling right now. It's just a cluster right there. Those guys are going. And Travis is putting himself right up in there. We're talking about Travis. He's right there side by side with Jonathan Goodell.
Well, I tell you what, right now, if you're a driver, this is what makes you nervous to see guys up there at older tires mixing it up side by side because anything could slip up. Here comes E.J. O'Rourke on the outside of Jose Gonzalez. He's trying to rumble to the front.
Yeah, man, these guys are really battling back there, man. Speedy Gonzalez is trying to get up there. He's trying to get past to Eric Arnold, but he's also got to worry about E.J. right there battling with him.
Absolutely. Jonathan Goodell takes 3 wide. Yeah, 4 wide coming out of the turn.
Looked like Steve Gottschalk was trying to catch it for some reason, and then Malik was trying to avoid that.
Yeah, Steve Gottschalk got a little bit of tail. They're still battling. Oh, contact between Parker and the 91 as they went 3 wide back there. Steve Gottschalk's having his hands full with that machine for some reason.
Well, what happened was I looked back on it. Actually, his teammate Jonathan Goodell got into his bumper just a little bit getting to that corner, and Nerf was just pretty much gathering to back up that whole time. I think he was just trying to hold on to that car.
Man, and it checked the field up huge time in the back right now. As, boy, they are still jockeying around up front. You want to talk about Jonathan being the aggressive one out here so far. It might be a good thing and a bad thing. If it goes a long green flag, well, I hate to say it for him, that would be a bad thing.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, he's going below that yellow line. He's really trying to get some spots. He wants to get up front there. He's definitely trying to battle, and he's kind of pushing up into it looks like Chris Caboo there a little bit. So he's being super aggressive right now. But hey, if it works for him, it works for him. Absolutely,
trying to get all he can early on here. He's sitting right there in the 10th place spot. Look at Travis M right there. He's battling along with the 52 of that's Justin Fuller. Now wait a minute, Justin Fuller's a lap down. Is it?
Oh, I'm seeing Justin Fuller as 9th place. He's on the lead lap.
Okay, that's what I was thinking because he's sitting there battling with old Travis. Him and Justin. Yeah. I just didn't see his name. Sorry about that. You're right. He is in the 9th place spot.
Travis teaches history, by the way, my sources are telling me.
Good deal. Well, right now he's trying to teach these guys a history lesson out here.
Yes, he is.
Wow, and doing very well. I tell you, got marred back in traffic. Malik Ray has fallen back a little bit, but man on the move. Boy, you were talking about it. That's old PK himself, man, Parker Klingerman. He's moving it up there. He's up in the old 18th right now.
Yeah, Jonathan Goodell better hope he doesn't get to his bumper because there might be a little bit of contact there. We'll have to see how that works out.
Well, you know, if I was Parker, I'd be like, you know what, I'm just going around him, let him race his home race. Exactly. I don't want to mess my car up, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Too fast of a machine.
That's true.
To start getting in the bump and grind out there. He's got Malik Ray right behind him. And they're about to catch a whole mess of machines right here in front of them. Chad Coleman, Corbin Hemstreet, Scott Simley.
Yeah, Joey Catina's up there, I think, too, right? He's in that mess.
Joey Catina.
No, my bad. I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong car.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we only got one car out of the race, and that's Casey Duncan. That guy just cannot. I mean, just can't catch a break, man, in any of the races. I hate to see it. He always gets caught up into something, and tonight, no different.
Yeah, that target car has been a target every week. It's insane. He cannot finish a race. He gets caught up in something, or something happens each and every week for him. He definitely needs to swing his season around here.
Well, you know what you're talking about, man? A guy out here, that '05 of Trey, he got marred back here in the 16th spot. He talked about it last week, fast guys being out here. And right now, you know, he was able to come through the field his own self because he got messed up on pit road last week, ended up finishing third. He's going to have to do it again right now. He's been very, very patient. But he mentioned it. He said, man, a lot of talent on this track out here.
Oh, there's huge talent on this track. And that's the thing. With so much talent in this series, one mistake can really bring you all the way in the back, and you have to battle your way back up front again. So,
yep, absolutely, yeah. Just over halfway. Not sure who led the halfway point. I assume except in what was going on, but
it looks like Rhett McBride led it looked like, and Greg Evans had second.
Hey, well, they're going to get those bonus points, so that's good. Look at Trey right there, the 05, moves it up on the back end of the 12 with Scott Simley. Got to be patient here when you got two cars in front of you side by side like that.
Yeah, guys are making contact now. They're door slamming each other. They don't care anymore.
Yeah, just you just like I say, you just got to still be patient. I mean, you don't want to tear these things up. There's Trey's working on the inside there, the number 10 of Chris DeBoo, and almost lost it coming out of the turn.
Yeah, it came really close to losing it coming out of that turn. It almost took him with him. Chris with him. And Parker Kligerman's right there behind them. He is driving it into those corners so hard. He's really trying to get through this field. I think he's passed more cars tonight than anybody else.
Yeah, he's done very, very well. Yeah, he's been in the back, coming in the front, been in the back, coming in the front.
Yeah,
he's definitely, if he's a guy you want to ask, how you come through the field? Well, there you go.
Yeah, I think he has definitely passed more cars than anybody tonight as he's going by the 10 car right now of Chris Caboo, or he's trying to anyway on the low side.
You know, what I'm seeing right now is maybe something that these other guys are learning. Rick McBride's still out front and on a long green flag. He's been out there for 34 laps on those tires, but still leading. And this kind of brings up that question, track position over being marred back in traffic.
Well, track position worked out for him because we had a lot of different cautions, so his tires didn't really go through a long heat cycle there. So basically he would get up to speed, we'd do a couple laps, get a yellow, get up to speed, do a couple of laps, get a yellow. So his tires really haven't been through too much of a heat cycle. So, and right now, I mean, he's holding his own against Greg Evans and Thomas George, and you know, those are two of his teammates right there. So, I mean, they're definitely holding out for him. His tires are definitely holding up. So we'll just have to see how much longer he can hold these guys off the longer this run goes.
Still watching this battle back here with Trey, Scott, Malik, and Parker. I mean, they are mixing it up side by side. Now Jonathan Cadell is falling back into that mix.
Yeah, so is Travis. I'm watching him. They're all getting right caught up in that. There's a whole bunch. They're 3 wide on the front stretch right there going into turn 1.
Wow.
Oh, and Travis backed off a little bit. He didn't want no part of that, and it actually checked those guys up behind him.
I don't blame him. I mean, hey, look, you're in the middle there. Yeah, you're in the middle. You see those guys, you're like, hey, look, wait a minute. Them guys are pretty fast. Heck with that.
It can be intimidating when you see some of those guys. And Travis has raced against a lot of those guys out there. You know, Travis is right now, he's seeing Parker Kligerman behind him. He's going, oh, I have a NASCAR driver behind me right now. What's going on?
Yeah, and then, you know, and even though the virtual world and whatnot, but hey, Travis is hanging it on to his own self. He's doing very well, sitting there in about the 15th place spot. Done quite well tonight along with Trey. As Parker looks to the inside, you got the 12 there, Scott Simley, Malik Ray. Well, you know, Malik, boy, that guy, he definitely can, he drives the wheels off everything.
Yeah, and Jonathan's trying to get him back by him right now, but I don't know how that's going to work out. And there, oh, who's behind Jonathan back there? Who is that behind Jonathan?
Parker. Nah, they ain't going to do nothing. I think Parker's a little bit quicker.
No, Parker ain't going to do nothing, but if you got two aggressive drivers going side by side, you know what I mean? It's like when you got two armies pointing their guns at each other and somebody's going to slip up.
I reckon.
They're running 3 wide behind those guys.
Yeah,
back
they are.
there too.
Man, I saw that back there in the back. That's actually back where Nelson Rivera is and the 60 down to Corbin M Street.
Yeah, I was looking at that battle too.
Wow, some good battles just going on all throughout this field. And again, I just got to bring it up. Rick McBride on those older set of tires, and all those guys on the top up there have been older. You know, might be just watching them battle back here might be something that they're thinking, you know what, track position might be very, very important over, 4 tires.
Well, we were talking about before, tire management in this race was going to be everything, especially if we get longer runs. That was going to be the key to this race, is being able to manage your tires. And I think you're seeing it, like guys like Rhett McBride, who started this race and have stayed, or started this cycle anyway, this run, and have stayed in the lead on these older tires. It's showing his tire management over maybe some of these guys that have fallen a little bit further back, like Travis. Travis is, we were talking about him before. I don't want to keep talking about him, but it's a perfect example. He's in 17th place. A few laps ago, he was in the top 10, and I think he just abused his tires a little bit there, and he kind of slipped back. So tire management is everything right now at Kentucky.
Absolutely. You talk about Travis back there. It looks like he's having his hands full. A lot of these guys coming out of turn 2 definitely are having their hands full. That car looks like evil loose right now.
Yeah, then we've talked about this before in other weekends, where you got to act like you have an egg underneath that gas pedal. So when you're coming out of turn 2 and you're coming out of turn 4, you want to ease onto that gas and slowly build up that momentum coming out of the corner. If you just stomp on it, you can easily shoot into that inside wall, which we've seen happen to the best of them. Happened to Chad Cole tonight.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I'll tell you what, something we ain't done all night. Let's go high and wide. Bring out the Blimpy cam. That's right, Blimpy. Here at OSR Network, that's what we call it. Gives a good perspective of the track, just how far apart these guys are. Some are pretty good, some are right there on top of each other, but we call it the Blimpy cam. You like Blimpy?
Yeah, definitely. I can use one right now, actually.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you what. But, hey, Blimpy's just one of them words, and I challenge anybody out there. If you get in an argument, or if you just want to be mad, or you want to think you'd be mad, change your other words and just say Blimpy one time and see how well that works. It's one of them words that is unique.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those words that when you just say it, and you gotta smile.
That's right, definitely. And like I said, Parker Klingerman, well, he just went right on by Cadell.
And no incident whatsoever.
Well, he's not going to. He's got a good car. Cadell's got a little bump up on the front there. Now he's got Chad Coleman all over him. Parker's got a very fast machine. He knows it. The problem is he's marred back in traffic. We got a car heading off into the grass. Who is that? Looks like
we got a single spinner.
Oh, that's Justin Fuller.
Oh, Justin Fuller. Yep, he's coming back on slowly. He must have just lost it a little bit coming out of 4.
Let's see what happened. He was right there with the 31. I don't think, yep, that car just evilly came out of turn 4. And then watch this, folks. Zoom. He's clipping the hedges going down through there.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about before. Turn 2 and turn 4 are going to be the treacherous turns, and you just got to really, really be careful, especially if you're on older tires. So it's going to be really, really loose coming out of there.
Nick Cohan moving it on up a little bit. He's up there in the 4th. Actually, up in the looking like he's battling for 3rd place over Greg Evans and Thomas George right now.
Yeah, he's trying to spoil the Steel Horse podiums right now, the top 3. Dizzy Motorsports is trying to break up that pack right now. He got past Thomas George. He's trying to work on Greg Evans right now.
Well, man, Nick Cohan is pretty quick in his own right. He's a good fast driver out there. He's had some up and downs, but hey, he's got a couple wins here too, though.
Oh yeah, Nick Cohan actually he's leading the season with the most wins. He's got 4 wins on the season right now, and with Chad Cole's issues early on in the race, he's hoping that he can maybe inherit that points lead, because right now he's 2nd in points.
Absolutely, that's right, John. I really can say they're out there mowing the grass now, and it looks cool. Earlier on, you should have saw the one man look kind of cool, just throwing it up, man, and landscaping probably wasn't going to be too happy with him after the race.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely looks cool now. Maybe he was meant to do that. He was just wanting to check out those new graphics, so he went down there to go check it out.
There you go. Well, Rick McBride's still out front by a 2nd. Good battle going on here for the out front over about a 2nd lead over Greg Evans, and this is what he wants to see. Those guys battling, Nick Cohan and Greg Evans back there, because that's a battle for 2nd.
Yeah, the more they battle, the better it is for him, because he doesn't have to worry about it. It'll actually slow them down a little bit. They're wearing out their tires, so it'll work out to his advantage.
No doubt. Jose Gonzalez is only still up in the 7th spot. Hadn't really made too much move. Mike Kelly's right there behind him. Mitch Rollo, E.J. O'Rourke. E.J. almost bring that thing up into the wall a little bit. Malik Ray's up to 10th.
Yeah, he's battling back up again. He's had an up and down night tonight. He's been up in the top. He's been in the back. Now he's in 10th. So yeah, he's working his way up there. He's right behind EJ. EJ O'Rourke. He's another one that's an up and down night tonight.
He has, but he started way back in the back there. Scott Simley, he's up at 11th. Trey Edison right there. Hope I said it right. He's up in the 12th place. Parker Klingerman's moved it up in the 13th. Nelson Rivera having a good run. He's up there in the 14th place, around the top 15. Corbin Hemstreet. So we still right now, we've got 35 machines. What you got?
Look at this battle right now for second between Greg and Nick. Nick got by him a little bit, then got a little bit too loose, and then Greg went right by him, and Thomas might get by him too. This is a great battle right here.
Well, you got to look. You got to look. They're both on about 40-some lap old tires, and that's what we was talking about earlier on here, Don. You might be able to catch the guy. You might think you're faster, but getting on the inside of him, this is where I was telling you, it takes many laps to get around a guy, because at this place it just seems like you got to work him over, and right now it's just tough.
Yeah, it is tough. I mean, like we were talking about before, you got to set up the pass. And Nick is trying to set up the pass on Greg, but he's also got to protect his position from Thomas behind him. So he keeps trying to dive down there, but he just can't quite get the momentum to pull the pass off. So, and while this is happening, Rhett McBride's loving it because he's in the lead, and he just walks away.
Absolutely. Yeah, Radio Nightbot's out there somewhere. It'll pop up if you keep typing. But you're right. Good battle going on here. You got Greg Evans in second. Nick Cohan there. He wants it, though.
Yeah, he definitely wants it. He's not going to give it up without a fight. And there's the yellow.
Uh-oh. Who is it? Oh, don't tell me it's Parker Klingerman.
Oh, no. Was it?
No, he was on pit road. But who was it? I'm trying to... Jose Gonzalez was on pit road also. Oh.
I'm going through trying to figure it out myself.
Yeah. Trying to look.
You know, Anthony, this is kind of off the subject. Anthony DeBarro messaged me a little bit ago, and he missed the start of the race.
You know what? Yeah, that's a guy went really. Yeah, I forgot about that. He ain't been here, is he?
No, he actually private messaged me and asked if we wanted him to join us in the booth at any time since he's not racing. So
I normally don't do 3. How about had enough time with 2?
No, I hear you.
But hey, I wonder why he's not here though, man.
He said he was a little late for the. He had to work late.
Oh well, that's understandable.
Yeah, he messaged me, so.
I have no clue who came out with the caution.
I don't know. I was trying to figure it out myself. I don't know how that yellow came out.
So we'll just say phantom caution. But hey, what this does do is we're going to bring up this guy and embarrass him after he does his pit stop, though.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I want to talk to him.
I
want to talk to Travis.
Travis. I'll let him get through his pit stop here because I'll.
Trav Dog.
Yeah, I don't want to mess them up. Trav Dog, yeah.
Dog.
Don't like messing them up on their pit stops because, you got to be concentrated and make sure you don't drive over anything. I did that one time to a guy and I messed him all up. You kind of learn from your mistakes. Look at that 3 wide on pit road, though.
Yeah, they're battling. They don't care. They might only be doing 50 miles an hour, but it matters.
That's right. All right, well, let him get past the commitment cone here, and I'll get back up, folks. And
yeah, with that commitment cone, they gotta get slowed down, and they can't go above that yellow until they get past the blue cone.
That's right. New thing here at iRacing, folks. They put a commitment cone out there.
Every track but Iowa.
Oh,
it's the only one they haven't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, let me get my shot that I want. Boom, there we go. Well, let's bring up Travis M here. Let's get talking with him.
Hey, Travis, how you doing? You're up here in the booth live. Hey, how you doing on your first start here in Sim500?
Doing all right. It's definitely been interesting.
Yeah, you've had an up and down night tonight, man. You've been up there in the top 10, and then you've been falling back a little bit, and it seems like tires have been kind of an issue tonight. How you feeling about the race car?
It's not bad. It's starting to come in a little bit better. It was pretty loose to start with, but right now it's not bad. Used some pit strategy to get up there into the top 10, but that's why I dropped back. I think I was one of the first ones that had two sessions of green flag runs. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Well, definitely, man, definitely. Well, good luck to you tonight. See if you can get a good finish and get a good result tonight, man. It's good to have you here at Sim500, and yeah, man. Anybody you want to thank real quick?
Yeah, I want to thank Don for pushing me into joining, and and all the other guys there at Dizzy who has been very helpful with the what I should do. So looking forward to this new chapter here at Sim500.
Well, good luck tonight, man.
Thanks.
All right, there you go. You have it, Travis, man, out there. Let's get him back.
Travis McQuistion.
That's it, Travis McQuistion. Let's get him back down here in Dizzy Motorsports if we can find it. There he is. Good deal. All right, and like you said, he's had an up and down night. He's done quite well. I'll give him credit. I mean, he's hung in there, and he's done fantastic here tonight so far.
Kept his race car clean, and yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Looks like we're getting close here to go back. Green flag racing, folks. We're lap 91 and 127 here. Under the lights here at Kentucky Speedway for the Sim500 Monday Night Monday Series presented by Transervice. Absolute good race here. Greg Evans is going to be the man out front, along with Thomas George. Eric Arnold right there in third. Rick McBride up in fourth. So I guess those long green flag runs paid off for them in a good way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, you got Greg Evans, Thomas George, Eric Arnold, Rhett McBride, Mitch Rollo in the top 5. I mean, this Malik's right up there. This is going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to this.
Absolutely. Right now we're getting set here to go green flag racing. Here we go, man. It's we're getting set here. Pace car's coming in turn 4. It's going to let these guys, man, take off. Greg Evans is going to lead them to the line. Pace car's coming in. We'll take that hard left turn off on pit road. And up front, Greg Evans looking good as he drops the hammer down. Green flag running. Boy, I tell you what, everybody, man, gets stacked up in the back there. But look at that. Thomas George wastes no time to try to battle for the lead.
Yeah, those top 3 definitely were not sleeping. It looked like they caught Eric Arnold a little bit sleeping there, I think, or just a tick, and they didn't exactly get the jump that the top 3 got.
They did not, but Thomas George doesn't care. He's got the 25 high on the high side. He's going to try to take it. Rick McBride pulls up. Here comes Malik Ray, though, back there. These guys look in the rearview mirror, and they're like, oh, no, here comes the one.
Yeah, here he comes. He's looking to get by Greg Evans and Rhett McBride there. He's actually looking down on Greg Evans right now. So, almost got up into him. Yeah,
he did. Well, back here with E.J. O'Rourke and company, though, back there with Justin Fuller. Is that Justin Fuller? Yep. I bet Justin Fuller.
No, that's Nick Cohan.
Well, Justin Fuller's back there, too.
Oh, no, I think you're talking about the Target car. My bad.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're the 3 wide right now, though.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see him through. I was on a different shot there, but yeah, it came out of it. And Nick Cohan, though, almost got up into Justin Fuller. Had to back out of it a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Definitely he did. They were going 3 wide. Not that they were going to cause a wreck there.
Whew. Well, I mean, you know what? It brings your heartbeat up a little bit as a driver. Oh, Justin Fuller loses it, chases it down the track.
Oh, no. He's had some just up and down luck tonight. Just really bad luck tonight.
You know what? It just seems like the same thing he's had in the past is that car just will not calm down for him.
Yeah, he's had to chase that thing all night. I think he's had a few incidences where he's almost hit that inside wall where he's kind of shot down a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, look, old Trey. Hey, what's up, Pioneer? What's going on, man? How you doing out there? Old Trey Edson right there. He's moving on up. He's actually right there in the 6th place spot looking for more up underneath there. Eric Arnold is looking to try to maybe take that spot away from Mitch Rollo, get up in the top 5. So again, another guy who's went in the back, came to the front.
They're battling hard right there, man, with Eric Arnold and Mitch Rollo. I mean, they're really side by side battling hard in those corners.
Yeah, makes you want to get out there on track, don't it?
No.
Yeah, me either. I was out of done wrecked everybody on the field. They would have hated me, man. They'd been like, get him out of here.
Yeah, well, like I said, I started the season in these cars and on Mondays, and a couple races in, I was like, no, I'm good. I think I'll stick to the other series. These cars are just a little too much for me.
Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Justin? How you doing? I'll tell you what, it's good. It's a good run so far. Everybody seems like to go in top single file for the top guys. Actually, you got to go back here to E.J. O'Rourke. He's the first one right down and maybe try to have a little bit of battle with Corbin Hemstreet there, but everybody seems to settle down right now. Single file. We're still at lap 97 and 127. Got a little bit to go. I mean, they got time here on this track, especially if they go for a long green flag run. Well, never mind. I said long green flag run, and we got a caution. I don't know. That might be Scott Stetson. I believe it is.
I think you're right.
Oh, no, the 20. Chad Coleman.
Chad Coleman.
Yes. Well, the 20 of Chad Coleman hit the inside wall. Let's see, I saw Scott Stencil there near him, but Scott got around him. And the same thing everybody else, I believe. Oh, no, Scott hit the wall, came down, and they got contact between the two.
He got a little help. Yeah.
Ooh, Parker Klinger, man.
he went right
there.
Through there.
Yeah,
he did. That was crazy.
Oh, Chad Coleman, man, hard in the wall. Hate to see that.
Yeah, I hate to see that. That's really bad luck for him.
Well, in the caution, I was saying long green flag run. That should bring about everybody down except for Rick McBride. Now, he learned last time he could stay out there for about 40-some laps.
Yeah, he definitely stayed out again. We're near the end here, so.
Let me bring this up to you here, Don. He stayed out about 40-some laps last time when they were a slew of cautions. And I think I know what his mindset is here. I was able to stay up front, and I was able to run away from it. I've only been out here for 10 laps. Obviously, he could go the rest of the way because it put him 30-some laps on his tires. Okay, he could go the rest of the way on fuel. Now, with that said, as long as he can stay out front. Wait, he just door. Okay, as long as he stays out front, and it's good to go like he is, and maybe gets 1 or 2 more cautions, which normally cautions breed cautions. Guess what? He's setting this thing up like it was the last time he stayed out that long runs.
Yeah, last time though we did have a few cautions there, so the tires didn't really. I don't know. I think they lasted a little bit longer this cycle than unless we get a lot of cautions this cycle. But he's definitely he put himself in a position to win the race, and I think it'll be his to lose. So I don't really think his 10-lap tires are going to have too much of a factor. But
right. I get his logic. I get his logic.
I get his logic. Oh, I completely understand his logic. He's totally right with that. I'm not sure how aggressive some of these guys behind him might now be with only about 30 laps to go, and they have fresher tires, and he has 10 laps on his tires. That last run was a little bit different because they didn't have only 30 laps to go now. It's go time.
And you're right. I see what he's saying. Maybe the guys in the back are going to be more aggressive, hoping it brings more cautions. Maybe he's not counting, though, what you just said, and you're right in saying the guys behind him now are going to be even more aggressive because they want to get around him as before.
Well, look who's behind him.
Yeah,
look who's behind him. Eric Arnold, Jose Gonzalez, Mitch Roller, Malik Ray, Corbin Hemstreet. We haven't talked about Corbin Hemstreet all night. He's up there in 6th now. So, I mean, these guys are all hungry. Malik's been aggressive tonight. Jose, we know he's aggressive. So, we'll just have to see how it goes.
Yeah, so definitely going to be a little bit more. I mean, like I say, understand his logic on it. He's hoping that maybe, cautions here, breed cautions, and obviously 2 things I like bringing out. The last lap puts an end to it. Normally a 5 to go. If a caution comes out, that puts an end to it. So maybe he's looking at, maybe I'm only running for 22 more laps or so to speak, or 23 more laps or what in an area. and instead of running for 27 more laps or whatnot. So going to be interesting to see if he can hold on to that top side.
And some of these guys are points racing too. You know, Mitch Rollo, he's 3rd in points right now with 1 win on the season. Rhett McBride's 5th in points with no win. So, you know, he's trying to get that win for those points. So, you know, a lot of these guys are points racing too.
You're right. And so they've got to bring that into account. They definitely don't want to get up there, get mixed up, and then end up tearing their car up.
Yeah, I mean, Chad Cole's already had bad luck tonight, so, and he's the points leader, so you know, these guys are thinking about that too. But you know, I really think Rhett McBride's more worried about trying to get that win, honestly.
You're right. So here we go. It's gonna be interesting. Just so many questions, and about to get answered here.
Yeah, I hope we go green the rest of the way, though. I think it'll be good if we do. Really good racing.
If it does go green the rest of the way, that would be awesome. You know, and I know sometimes that's usually not how it turns out.
Nah, it hasn't been tonight anyway.
No, I mean, they've had 1 or 2 maybe pretty good long green flag runs, maybe a stint on the tires, and then right afterwards, boom, have a caution and so forth. So, but we'll see right here is Rick McBride's pulling them out of turn 4 along with the pace car. Lights are off, about to set to go back green flag racing. It's going to be lap 102 when they cross the line. Here we go. Pace car's in. Rick, he gets on the hammer, gets a good jump out front of those guys right now. Eric Arnold's got his hands full with Jose, and look at Malik Ray. He understands it's go time for him.
Yeah, he's diving underneath Jose Gonzalez into turn 1, and he just drove it into there. And he actually made contact with Jose Gonzalez, who then made contact with whoever was eyeing him. Oh, and there's a yellow.
Oh, Jose's
Big
in the
wreck.
wall. There's a wreck up front and a wreck in the back. Eric Arnold's in the mix of it. 27's in the mix. Okay, let's go back here and decipher what happened in this whole entire mess. Up front, Mitch Rollo, like you said. Oh, and then Eric Arnold.
Malik was just way aggressive on that start.
Yeah, okay. Let's watch from the start here, Don. We'll get it from the start. We'll ride along here with Jose Gonzalez. Jose went down on Malik went down on the inside. Greg Arnold cut the nose off all of them. That shot Jose up the track into Malik, or into Mitch. And then I'm going to be honest with you, I think Greg Arnold just kind of lost that one. It was close.
I don't know. It looked like Malik got in. I hate to say Malik got into the back of him on that one. He was really aggressive on that. I was in the cockpit on that one, and it didn't even sound like he cracked the throttle.
We'll see. We can ride with him and see just how close he was.
Yeah, I'm watching it again.
Because you got to look, Greg Evans cut the nose off on both of them. Yeah, he drove that thing into turn 1 right there, and he drove it.
You talking about the 31 car?
Yeah.
That's not Greg Evans.
Oh, that's not Greg. Oh, Eric Arnold. My bad.
Eric Arnold.
Yeah, Greg Evans 3. Yeah, and I think when he drove it in there, he had to check that thing up. He got loose, and then that caused Malik to get in the back. But
yeah, because he made door
just...
contact with the 26. When Malik drove it in there, he made door contact with the 26, which then hit the guy that was on his outside into the wall.
The 31 checked up Jose. Watch this again. Watch the 31 when they went 3 wide.
Yeah, they went 3 wide.
31 cut the nose off on Jose, and then Malik went up high. They got together, then they doored. And, man, it was just, I mean, basically in a nutshell, had some hard racing there the last of the race, and it was a mess.
Yeah, it was definitely a mess. I just don't think it was that necessary to be that aggressive on a restart there. We still got 30 laps to go. I don't think it was necessary to be that aggressive on a restart. That's just me as a driver. Me as a driver, I just don't think that was very smart to be that aggressive.
Yeah, on any other parts. So, wow. Now what? What do you do now?
You stay out. Rick McBride's sticking with it. He might as well just stay out now. I mean, that's the best thing he can do, you know? I mean.
All right. Well, you know Malik's behind you. He's got better tires. If he can just get out there, he's definitely going to get the good listen. Well, I'm not going to blame it all on Malik, because if you watch the 31, he clipped the nose on both of them. So I'm not going to say. I just say they all, man, were driving, like Don said, driving hard for 30 laps to go or 20-something to go. But hey,
Yeah.
you know what? We could sit up here all night long and say that these guys are drivers behind the wheel. And I've said that a million times. A lot of times they ask me after race, Joe, what do you think of the race? It was a great race. Joe, are you on drugs? Did you see it? Well, okay, from our perspective and a viewer's perspective, awesome race. From a driver's perspective, though, it was a nightmare sometimes. I get it.
Well, that's the kind of perspective I'm trying to give on it, is a driver's perspective on it. So I'm just, I've been on that I've been in that position before where, I'm looking at it as a driver's position, and as a driver's position on a restart, I don't think it's necessary to take it 3 wide on a restart. And to me, the person that's down low in that situation is the person that took it 3 wide. And that kind of started the whole situation. Now, I'm saying this from a driver's perspective. I'm not placing blame on anybody, but in a driver's perspective, you're going to blame the other guys on the track are going to blame the guy that was aggressive being 3 wide. And to me,
Justin said it.
to me, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm going also by the chat that is going on in the iRacing chat right now. And many guys are saying that Malik was way too aggressive.
Well, each their own. That's the way I say it. I watched many NASCAR races, and
you got to remember, you're going to drive guys the way they want to be driven. So you got to remember that guys are going to drive you the way you want to be driven.
And if you're driving, they know that. Week in and week out, they know how these drivers drive. See, that's what I'm getting at, too, is as a driver, you know that, Don. That's a perfect thing. And I've said that many a times. I've heard drivers, and I'm going to say it, whine and complain. Well, this guy drives too aggressive. This guy does this and that.
Oh, definitely.
You know that, then drive around him differently then. Stay away from him. Wait until he overdrives his car one time and puts it in the wall. If you know those things, and in a situation like that, Jose knew it. Jose had the option to get out of it. Now,
but he's also up high, so.
But he has the option to get out. See, there you go. I mean, it can work both ways. If you know a guy's going to be that aggressive, hey, let him go. Fight for another day. But either way, we're going back green flag. There we go. Rick McBride's out front. We're going to see if he can hold off, man, with those tires. He definitely is going to be able to get a start out there. Right now, you got to look. Thomas George, though, going to take it to the inside, see if he can't do something. So can Rick McBride hold on to the up front? It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see, because he definitely on those older tires. Those guys are going 3 wide back there for that 5th spot back there.
Yeah, and Corbin Hemstreet, he got in the side end.
And we almost have a change for the lead here too.
Yep. So those guys back there definitely. I mean, just everybody in this field right now is running hard. They understand time's running out. We got 20 to go. It's go time right now.
Yeah, it's no time to slouch. It's no time to save tires. You just do your thing.
Absolutely. Here we go. E.J. O'Rourke's right behind him. Well, E.J. O'Rourke's back there in the 6th place spot. He's got Corbin Hemstreet along with him. I mean, these guys, man, are about to turn the wick up here up front. Now, look at that. Justin Fuller's back up at the 11th. Along with Nick Cohan. They're going to try to bring it to the front.
Yeah, they're trying to rebound this. They're trying to actually make up for some bad situations they've been in earlier in this race, and they're trying to top off with a good finish here. They've been marred in the back, and now they're up front trying to finish it off.
Absolutely. Oh, Justin Fuller. Well, you want to talk about some challenging here. Well, he puts it 3 wide. He goes nosed in there. Man, he's going to try to hold that thing as they come off the turn 3 wide. What's a good run right there? That's some hard charging.
Yeah, they're still 3 wide. They're still battling back there. They're not giving it up yet.
Woo, man, they definitely want it right here. I mean, that's awesome. And you got the 2 machine of Mike Kelly down low, Justin Fuller there in the middle. And the 12, I just love seeing exciting racing like this. I mean, guys out there having fun and just being very competitive.
Yeah, they're definitely being very competitive out there. Those guys are running side by side, and in the meantime, Malik's just walking away. He's watching these guys race side by side, and he's loving it.
Well, he's got new tires. I mean, well, newer tires. Pretty much about everybody else out there. Rick McBride just couldn't hold off the charge. And we're under caution. What we got back here? Back here in the back somewhere. See where it was?
No, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, 10 machine.
Oh, Chris Caboo.
That's what I call him. He says Jaboo, I think.
Jaboo? Oh,
I
my
think
bad.
it's Jaboo. I call him Jaboo too.
Jaboo.
But I think it's Jaboo. It's a G or it's a J.
I want to say it the way he says it.
Yeah, me too. Oh, he just same thing he did to everybody else.
Yeah.
Come out of turn 2, and then blew the motor. I guess he revved that thing up too high. Boom. I say it blew the motor, unless that's just a new effect, man. The black smoke's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, it does. It kind of does. You don't know how bad it is with that the black smoke sometimes.
Yeah, I never seen all right, iRacing. There's something you need to fix. I've never seen black smoke come out of spinning the tires. I've never.
Yeah, I saw somebody talking about that the other day. They were talking about how the tire smoke looked a little different now, or whatever. It was darker or whatever.
Yeah, it looked black to me, and I'm like, what? Or
it's definitely black.
Yeah, I don't know of a political correct term for all the lefties out there to say instead of saying black, but still black. That'd been funny.
So let's see. We're gonna have how many laps left? We got Malik Ray, Rhett McBride, Thomas George, top 3, right? Or yeah.
Yep. I mean, Malik Ray, Rhett McBride, Thomas George. Now, yeah, you're getting down to this point now. About run what you brung. Business is about to pick up. It's about anybody's ball games out here. You smack your girlfriend, man, to win the race here.
That's right. You smack your mama to win the race. That's right.
That's right. Right. And then you wake up next week. At least I would have, anyways. I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I grew up in a different time, folks. You know, I mean, hey, look, next thing I'd remember is, well, hey, man, I thought it was Monday. No, it's Saturday. Oh, really? Thing is, I don't know, Rick McBride, I don't think anybody's going to have, I mean, you got Malik Ray out there. He's definitely going to have the restart advantage and be able to take it here. Rick McBride's going to be right there in second, just trying to hold off the hard charge. Now, here's where Rick McBride probably doesn't want to be, because he doesn't have that advantage of the leader and getting a good start. And obviously, those guys behind him are on a lot better tires.
Yeah, these guys are on better tires. So, and it's, Malik starts the race, so if he can get a good jump, and those guys behind him have to start battling early, as soon as they get into turn 1, that'll be a definite advantage for Malik.
Justin Roden out there, he's funny. I was reading what he was saying.
I didn't catch it.
I'm getting a chuckle out there. Justin, he's funny. Out in the chat there.
Oh. Harm the children.
Yeah.
Actually, he's Steel Horse Racing. He's one of my teammates.
Oh, okay. He's having a fun time. That's good. That's what we want to have, man. We have fun. Call some good action up here. And,
yep.
Well, we got some good action, man, here. OSRN Network's bringing a lot this
really
week.
Good.
Yeah, this race has been good. Got a lot of racing on tap here. If you like racing here, check us out, man, on YouTube, Twitch this week. Tomorrow night got a huge dirt track race going on. I don't know if you're a dirt fan there, Don, or not, but
oh yeah,
I'm doing server 1 here at OSR Network for the Race for Hope 74 race on TeamVLR.com. It's huge. Gonna be over $5,000 in prizes there, so that's gonna be huge. Yeah, I'm doing server 1. Race Spot's gonna do server 2 and the main there, and then after that I'm gonna do virtual to reality, and then Wednesday night obviously gonna be here for the Sim500, the truck series. Before that, though, hey, again, I'm a doubleheader that night. So before then, I'm going to do some rallycross racing with the SRA guys. So if you like rallycross, we're going to have some rallycross racing there. And then Thursday, we go back to some oval racing again. And then we got Midnight Madness over to Team VLR with some more dirt tracking. And then I take Friday and Saturdays off that's because I want to. But on tap for some good racing. If you love racing, dirt track, oval, there you go.
Oh yeah, I love dirt tracking. It's a blast.
Well, we got a little bit of everything here. Now we've got all stints. We got everything but road racing. I don't really do no road racing that much, but or Indy cars. I have done Indy cars in the past. Really, I don't do much of it. But we got your rally, we got your dirt, we got your oval. There you go.
I love all dirt racing. It's great.
It's fun. It's intense.
It's a blast. Yeah.
And it's going to get intense right here. As pace cars pulling out of turn 4. Here we go. Ducking off on pit road. And Malik Ray, Rick McBride up front. Hopefully nobody spins no tires and jacks the field up. That's one thing you have to worry about too. And it does look like Malik Ray didn't go, and he got a shove from behind by the 5. He's like, hey,
yeah,
look, go.
He definitely got a shove.
That was funny because from the angle I had, Don, it looked like, man, the 5 just bumped him and like, will you just go?
Well, it looked like the 57 behind the 05 was bumping him too. Nick was bumping him. There's a lot of guys bumping each other there. So,
wow, they're going to take it 3 wide into turn 3. Man, that's for the second place spot right there.
Yeah, they're battling hard. Trey with Rhett and Thomas are battling there, and Malik's just walking away.
Man, I tell you what, you got to give it up to that 5 machine. A man came here last week, finished. He led a lot. He's fallen back tonight, but he's battled back up right down the 3rd place spot. Look at Rick McBride and those older set of tires rumble to the 2nd place spot, but Trey's not done with him yet.
No, Trey's not done yet. And Nick Cohan, he's right there too. He's trying to figure out what's going to happen between these 2 guys so he can try to gain the position. He's trying to look inside right now on Rhett McBride.
Yeah, he is. Nick's trying to look at it, maybe try to take it 3 wide. Can't quite yet, as Trey's still up top there. Rick is holding his own. Man, I tell you what, he's found something on those older tires.
He definitely has. I think he learned something from that other run like you were talking about. And right behind those guys are going 3 wide. These guys are really battling. Somebody's losing it back there, further back.
Yeah, I didn't see who it was, but they came out in turn 2. He was able to hold on to it there. Well, you still got a battle, man. Look at this traffic jam going on up here up front.
And Malik's loving it. I mean, these guys are just all battling really tight, nose to tail here, side by side, and Malik's just walking away from the whole field.
Well, you know, Malik, that's what I'm saying. And as a leader, no matter who's out front, they would love this kind of battling because you can do your own race. Look at Nick Cohan at the 25, almost lost it. He had to check up a little bit. Look at Justin Fuller back up in the mix along with E.J. O'Rourke there.
Yeah, they're all battling real hard right here. Yeah. Oh, another yellow.
Yellow flag out. All right.
And it looks like it is Mitch Rollo.
And John Long. Oh,
yep.
Wow. Hate to see him involved. Let's see what happened. Might have started with Mitch Rollo. Well, I'm watching back here with John Long. I don't know what happened to 66.
Looked like he came down a little bit onto him.
Yeah, Mitch came down a little bit on the 53. They got together. And then Mitch
just went bad from there.
Yeah, Mitch got into the 66, and then pretty much John Long nowhere, wrong place, wrong time. Pretty much
he had nowhere to go.
Circumstance right there. Wow, hate to see that. So under caution here. So what's that going to do for us? That's going to put us.
We're not going to have many laps left. That's for sure.
And here's the thing too. Got a feeling this will be it. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is here? I got a feeling this is pretty much. Once we go back green, this is it. So if anybody's got anything for old Malik, now it's time to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Rhett McBride's on older tires than him, so he might not be able to get the jump on the starts. And obviously, the leader has the advantage. So this is all Malik's to lose. And the next flag is going to be the end of the race. So even if Malik does get a good start and Rhett's right there, if there's a caution or a wreck further back in the field, that's going to end the race.
Yep, no doubt. Well, Jay, or J.I., I hope I say that right out there. I'll just say not. How's that? Definitely understand working late. But Justin Fuller, definitely having a good run. He's up to 6. I guess that's who you're pulling for. Well, John Scandell still having a good run. He's up 10th.
Oh, yeah, he is, huh? E.J. O'Rourke right there. He started 27th. He's in 9th, so he's definitely had a good run.
Got a lot of guys that's moved up through the field here. Nick Cohan. And obviously Malik Ray out there in front.
Randy Yoakum, we haven't mentioned him. He's 19th. He started 37th. Yep. That's a good run for Randy Yoakum. Dwight Beverly.
Yeah, just a lot of good guys. And guys are out of the race right now. Tommy Ryan. Don't know why Parker Klingerman's out. Steve Goschak. Oh, I got a feeling. Well, I didn't even notice. Again, got a feeling.
I think he got caught up in one of those big wrecks.
Oh, you caught one of the big trucks? Okay.
Wreck, yeah.
So hopefully it wasn't no connection issues, but he's out of it tonight. I hate that on his end. Patrick Colby, Michael Prester, Jonathan Lockhart, and obviously KC Duncan was the first one. Chad Coleman and Scott Stencil, they're still out there. I'm thinking no. Chad Coleman can't make any moves. He's 10 laps back. He's more than 10 laps back, so no, he can't make up.
Yeah, Chad Cole, I mean, he came back from that, he's sitting in 17th. He came back from that self-spin that he had, an inside wall. So the points leader, he's trying to do something with his night here.
Absolutely. And yes, we want to sit out here, man. Sim500.com. Want to appreciate them coming on board. Title sponsor here at OSRN Network for the season. And done a good one. If you're looking for a button box or a handbrake or anything like that for your sim rig, check those guys out at Sim500.com. They'll get you hooked up. But tonight, we're here live under the lights at Kentucky Speedway for the Sim500 Monday Night Money Series presented by Transervice here. And, well, it's been a good one. I mean, these guys have rode it out. But at this point, well, it's pretty much just anything goes. Take the gloves off.
Yeah, this is it right here. I mean, like, Malik's got the advantage because he's the leader. So, I mean, he can go. He has a wide berth of when he can go. So he's basically just got to kind of catch Rhett sleeping. Actually, he's got to catch Trey sleeping more than anything else because Trey's going to be starting on the outside. So.
Yep. All right. Before I show it, how many cautions do you think we had tonight?
You know, I didn't even count. 6?
6? Good number. I'll say 7. All right. Let's do race summary. Boom. Bring it up. Malik Ray is out front. The leader, we completed 121 and 127. 7 lead changes and 9 cautions.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't think we'd been up that high, but hey. Oh, we had a few. Hey, Kentucky. This place actually seems more like it's a shorter track than what it is.
Well, it kind of drives that way because of the way these corners are. So, and the thing about the 9 cautions, a lot of guys something they don't realize in this series is, if you don't claim a caution in this series, if they think you caused it, you can lose 10 points towards your championship standing. So 9 cautions. I think the admins might have a few things to review after tonight.
Absolutely. Well, one thing we're going to review here is the finish to this one is the pace cars in. Here we go. It should be for the final time tonight. Green flag flies, and Malik Ray wastes no time that time getting it going as Rick McBride has the 5 tucked up underneath the bottom end of it. I got a feeling he's going to be wanting to try to get around that machine as quick as he can.
He's definitely going to try, but he looks like he's going to get caught up in some traffic there, and Rhett's going to clear him.
Yes, he is.
He's not giving up.
No, he's not. And neither is Nick Cohans. We got cars in the back spinning, and I got a feeling no caution, but I'm going to try to see who.
No yellow.
But no yellow. But
nope, not yet.
Who was that? Man, I don't even know who it was. I'm trying to go back for y'all folks to see, but we'll go back up front here and watch this battle going on. Justin Fuller, he's a man on a mission.
Rhett McBride still holding on to that second place. Trey's got a head of steam on the outside, looking to try to get by him.
And that's where he wants. He wants that outside groove with the older set of tires. If he puts Rick McBride down low, those older tires, man, will give after a while here. And that high line will definitely be where he wants.
And they're 3 wide behind him trying to battle, too. It's crazy back there.
Man, crazy up front, crazy in the middle, man, and out back, too, as we got battles all over the place. And as I say, the 5, he is trying everything he can. 3 wide out of turn 2.
3 wide for second place, and you got Trey up high. He's definitely got the momentum to get by Rhett. And it looks like he's going to clear him, and Rhett just barely gets by Greg.
Yes, he does.
Or not
Trey.
Greg, Justin.
Yeah, he does, and barely right there. You're right. Boy, I'll tell you what, if Rick could come out of here on those tires and come out of here with a top 3, that would be an awesome win on his end. Malik's just walking away with this one. The battle's on back here as everybody's just bunched up wanting that second, third, and fourth place spots.
Yeah, that's where the battle is right now. Malik's walking away with the race right now, and these guys are just trying to settle what the top 5 or even the top 10 is going to be here because they're really battling hard. Nick Cohan's really trying to work that bottom line this last few laps to try to get past Greg Evans.
Absolutely. Well, the man out front, you might as well say he's king of championships here in the Sim500. He's won like 2 and 3. Final lap here. One more time for him out front here. The battle's going to be on right behind him, though.
Yeah, right now Trey looks like he's going to wrap up maybe second place. I don't know. They got a Rhett McBride's not giving it up on the high side. He might be able to pull the momentum here in this closing lap.
Yep, coming out of turn 4 for the final time here. As he comes out of it, looks like Justin Fuller's going to hang on to the spot there in third. And then this man, yep, there you go. Malik Ray's going to put it in victory lane. Boy, what a race this one was from the start to the finish.
Yeah, that was a great run there. Rhett McBride missed the podium by 1 spot. Justin Fuller got by him right there in that last corner. That's a great run for Justin Fuller because he's been battling that car all night.
Wow, loved it. Loved it. Good run. Hope everybody enjoyed that. That was a nice run here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of yellows, but it was still a lot of good racing there when we were going green.
Well, let's see if we can't find old Justin Fuller. Where's he at? And Trey. Trey's down here, finish line.
Justin Fuller's in finish line too.
Oh, yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 finish line guys, man. Top right there. Not bad for him all night. And Malik, he always comes in a little late. So we'll go ahead and bring up third place man. Let's get talking with him, Justin Fuller.
Man, great run for you tonight, Justin. You really battled that car from the back to the front, back to the front. I mean, way to go to battle back for a third place, man.
Yeah, it was a long night. I screwed myself over on multiple occasions. Pit strategy and just overdriving the car on corner exit underneath other cars. And that first run was really good. I felt like I was a little better than Jose that first initial run, and we just weren't able to get around him. It was pretty hard to pass, equal speeds, and getting myself really loose on corner exit, trying to work my way up to the field and go back, 10 spots and try and gain them all back it was a handful tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We saw you battling that car a few times off the corner where it seemed like broke loose on you a little bit and you had to chase it, and then you'd lose a few spots and have to get them back. But man, I think you probably passed more cars tonight than anybody with that third place finish, man. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Hang on a second. I want to thank you guys for broadcasting the race, for starters. Sim500 and all the admins here. They do a great job. There's a lot of people here, and not easy keeping track of everybody. I want to thank Transervice for sponsoring the series. Thanks for everybody that watched the race and everybody that was in the race. It was a pretty decent race in my standards, I think. A few cautions, more than what we probably would like to see, but it was a tough track, and that'll happen.
Yeah, definitely. It was a few cautions, but it was really good racing tonight, man. Congratulations on that third place finish. That's Justin Fuller right there for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. Justin Fuller bringing home a third place here. And let's see if we can run down here and get our second place man. Trey, well, I'll tell you what, done a fantastic job. Started 5th, came up in the 2nd.
How you doing, Trey? Our second place finisher tonight, man. You were battling all night, man. Look like you're definitely making some passes on the high side there, being aggressive. How you feel about tonight?
That was a good result. About halfway through there, there was a huge checkup off too, and I lost all my track position, so just kind of battled back. Yeah, the high line was pretty much the only way to make a pass tonight. I figured that out early on. Once I got marred back in traffic, every time I'd go to the bottom, my momentum would get woed up, and 2 or 3 people would pass me on the outside. So learned my lesson. So I just kind of committed to that, and then got lucky on the restarts at the end and the mayhem, and came home second.
Yeah, definitely. We saw the one restart where you guys just before the green flag flew, you guys were kind of playing pinball with each other a little bit from nose to tail. What was going on there?
I think everybody was just trying to anticipate the green flag, or when the leader was going to go. All night long, the leader had taken off, kind of where pit road begins and the pace car pulls off, and Malik brought us down. He maintained his pace speed, or he maintained his pace, and everybody just kind of started anticipating it and started kind of bouncing off each other, but we somehow survived.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody you want to thank tonight, or anybody you want to mention, teammates or sponsors?
Just thanks to you guys for broadcasting the race, and thanks Sim500 for putting it on.
Well, yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, second place finish. There's Trey. How do you say your last name? I always mess it up.
Edson.
Edson.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want to make sure I say it
silent.
right. Okay, so Trey Edson there, your second place finisher, man. Congratulations.
All right.
Appreciate it.
No doubt about it, man. Second place man there, Trey. Very, very good. So, well, let's head on down here to victory lane. This guy, man, he, well, I'll tell you what, he started 5th. What it says, no, wait a minute, my bad. Wrong guy. Started 26th. There we go. And came all the way back up here. Malik Ray winning here tonight. Malik, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Malik, started back in the back of the pack. You didn't take another qualifying run. Started in the pack. Was that by design here tonight?
Yeah, I was trying to get the pole lap, and then I wrecked on my second attempt coming out of 4, so I didn't have a choice.
So evidently you must have learned something there on the qualifying and practice, because you was able to come through the field. Tell us, a lot of guys out there like Rick, he didn't pit. Was that something you saw him do and thought, wow, and then him be able to hold up there with the older tires? I mean, what was your take on long runs along with the tires and stuff?
On him doing that, I didn't really think it was that smart, because I think we had like 31 laps left, but I was surprised that he was able to stay in the top 5, because we kept having all these cautions and whatnot.
Yeah, no doubt. He definitely did a great job out there. Well, he pulled it off here under the lights of Kentucky for the Sim500 Monday Night Money Series presented by Transervice here tonight. Man, I tell you what, you're on a roll here for some wins. Why, you got anybody out there you want to thank?
You guys for broadcasting, and JD for making all of my paint schemes, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, man, Malik, good job out there from bringing us through the field and putting it in victory lane here tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, right there you go. I mean, again, by design. I mean, the man says it. So let's get our unofficial results order here. Malik Trey puts it in victory lane. Trey Edson right there sitting in second. Justin Fuller pulls it up in the third. Rick McBride fourth. Greg Evans fifth. Nick Cohan in sixth. Thomas George seventh. EJ O'Rourke eighth. Nelson Rivera, good run for him, up to the ninth. And John Cadell rounds out the top 10s. We look to the rest of the field. Some guys had some good nights, some not so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of cautions, unfortunately, tonight, and it wasn't necessarily due to bad racing. It was just kind of aggressive racing. It comes some self spins out there, and Malik, man, that's the way to go. I think that's going to be 3 wins on for the season for him.
Yeah, looking pretty good, man. Right now is the next couple months or so, probably about the next. Well, we're actually about at this point probably about a good 3 months away. The chase begins. I know it's still early, but it's something to do in the back of these guys' minds. And yes, there will be a chase because we follow the full NASCAR season. So going to be interesting. Usually it's around about the middle of September, right there in about that area and whatnot, September area. So something to think about coming up. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, man, from Kentucky, myself here and Don up here in the booth. Man, what a race out here tonight. These guys did an awesome job. Well, for everybody, hope you enjoyed it. For all the Sim500 drivers, everyone, have a good night.